What a 10.
All right, so we left off. You guys got to meet Mrs. Durst in ghastly form. I found a key. You guys went through this whole basement area, found a locked door, found the key in Mrs. Durst's room, and you have just unlocked the door at the top of this set of stairs. And you can hear the chanting coming from up the stairs. Still not able to really make out what it says exactly, but it's getting louder.
Stairs are going up.
They're going down.
Oh, they're going down.
Mm-hmm. Kind of feel the cold air coming up from below.
Where's Zami at?
He's with you guys.
I'm going to take a minute before we proceed to kind of try and fasten my lantern kind of around my right hip.
Okay. What are you going to tie it with?
I should have a belt on my breeches. If not, I'll tear some of my shirt off and use that.
Yeah, you can kind of loop the... But you got to be careful because it's, I think those are oil lamps, so...
It is. Yeah, I got to be careful.
You're able to kind of fasten it around your lamp so you have both your belt so you have both your hands free. And what would you gentlemen like to do?
Yeah, I mean,
We're going down the steps right now, right?
You guys,
Yeah.
you guys are at the top of the steps.
Yeah, let's do it.
right here. We're supposed to be going, what, this way, right?
I'm trying to get this music going. All right, so the dusty stone steps descend past a landing and around a bend until they end at a cold rectangular chamber. A thin, wafting mist clings to the ground, and the wooden crossbeams that support the ceiling groan beneath the weight of the house and the underground complex above you. The walls of this room are cut out with small, chiseled alcoves, each holding a strange, ghastly trinket or relic. A corridor with a sagging ceiling exits the chamber and bends out of sight to the right. Past it, you can see a stone slope that descends into black, murky water. The ghostly chant you've heard since entering the basement is the strongest here, and seems to be emanating from the other side of a rusted, half-closed portcullis. You can finally understand the words of the chant. They say over and over again in ceaseless refrain, "He is the ancient, he is the land, he is the ancient, he is the land." I'm going to drag you guys. What order are you in?
I think I'm
Leading
leading
the
aren't I?
way. I'm down for you being the one leading. I don't think we ever actually talked about who was going to do it.
All right. So you guys are kind of in this huge room. It's got wooden beams, two sets of wooden beams that kind of run the length, and then along the outsides of the walls are these cutouts. And from what you can tell, each cutout looks to have some sort of like a relic or something. You can kind of see that by the map, all the different cutouts.
Do we notice any of the like figures?
Roll perception for me. Why is my chat fucked up? My chat window's fucked up. It's like not showing the full roll for some reason. It won't scroll all the way down. It's odd. You don't notice anything right off the bat in this chamber that's moving or seems to be moving.
Can I see if there's any type of like inscriptions by the like closest couple alcoves there maybe?
Yeah, roll an investigation check for me.
Oh, man.
You don't see any sort of inscriptions next to the alcoves, but you do. I mean, there's definitely what looks to be an item in every alcove.
Can I inspect one of the closest items? Not touch it, just look at it.
Yeah, so the first little cutout, as you kind of walk up to it, it looks like there is what appears to be a wooden figurine of a black knight, and he's bearing the emblem of a rose. Just a small figurine.
I want to kind of pass through everyone and look in particular for a figure that looked like that statue that I saw upstairs of that guy in the black cloak.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna keep a lookout for traps and stuff like that. Try
Okay.
to see if there's any traps or anything in here or any hidden passages.
Okay, roll an investigation or perception or investigation for me. Thomas, you do indeed kind of back in this corner find.
I'm sorry, I thought you rolled too.
Oh no, you're okay. You do find since you're looking for something specific, you do find a small what appears to be like a painted marble statue that looks very similar to the one that you saw upstairs that had the black figures surrounding it.
While everyone else is kind of doing their own thing, I'll verbally point that out.
Okay.
This statue looks very similar to one I saw at other places in the house. This guy.
Do we see any with the windmills on them? Because there's been windmills all over this house. So that's got to be something, right?
There is
One had the rose.
There is a small down here in this cutout right here. There is a small like a not to scale obviously, but a small scale replica of a windmill. And the little blades on it kind of spin. It's like a wooden replica of a windmill.
Can I inspect that like a lot closer?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Or is that it?
Yeah, there's nothing really
different?
unique about it. There's nothing
Okay.
inside of it. It's pretty just a solid kind of carved piece of wood.
So this room is just alcoves of just this sitting there.
Yep, lots of stuff just sitting in the alcoves. You guys are more than welcome to search every one of them, and I can read to you what's in them.
Is this a hallway right here or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pathway that leads down.
And I just want to stand in front of that and look down it.
Okay. As your roll a perception check for me, Sean. Nice. You notice as you're kind of making your way across the room in this cutout right here, leaning up against the wall, what appears to be a great axe. It's not in great shape. It's rusted. It seems kind of dull.
Hey.
And the hilt or the handle has what appears to be like a bear standing up on its hind legs.
I want to take that
Oh.
for sure.
Okay.
Is it
Somebody
usable?
just got frisky.
Thomas wants to rush him first.
I'd say you could use it, but it could definitely use some TLC at some point.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna equip it.
Okay. Are you
You said
gonna?
it's a great axe with a bear on it.
Mm-hmm. The handle has is carved out like a bear, kind of standing up on its hind legs with its front paws up above its head, kind of like a roaring bear, a rearing roaring bear.
Okay.
Among the other things you guys find kind of in all these little alcoves here is what appears to be like some sort of a feather, similar to a peacock. There are a couple sets of severed raven's talons. There is a small, kind of, what do you call it, like petrified, cracked egg that appears to contain the remains of a small skeletal dragon. There's a shrunken head in one of them. What appears to be some sort of a withered tongue.
Huh.
I'm while everyone's kind of doing their thing, I'm gonna reach out to this figure I'm looking at, the guy in the cloak,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like touch it.
Okay.
Not like not a weird way, but just like like see if it's glued down or see if I can pick it up. Just kind of like grab the figure.
Roll a Constitution check for me. Constitution save.
Not in a weird way. I just picture Thomas feeling up a mannequin.
So when you touch this figure, you get this, just runs all the way up your arm and down your spine, this chilling aura or feeling of just pure evil. It just evil. Probably the most evil you've ever probably felt.
Do I take any damage?
No.
I'll kind of, the rest of you guys, if you're looking near my way, I'll like take a few steps back and kind of like slide into this pole or this post. Like my back's up against the post, and I'm kind of like breathing heavy.
Sean, looking down that hallway, you can see that it bends to the right, about probably 10 feet in front of you.
Do I hear the chanting coming from down there?
The chanting is everywhere now. It just
Okay.
it's surrounding you, but you guys can tell that it definitely emanates from this. Can you guys see my ping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I can see it.
But you're pinging.
It's like a pit.
I forgot that you guys can see in there. That sucks.
We're not supposed to be able to.
No.
I moved my map so I can't see down there.
That's okay.
I go over and kind of grab Thomas kind of like by the elbow/arm and kind of try and like lift him up and be all right.
Ask him if his god's talking to him again.
He's like panting. That figure is there's something wrong with that. I don't know if any of the other ones are weird, but that person, like, he's the same statue that we saw upstairs, and there's something about him. I don't know.
Like, is it your deity that's telling you this, or?
No, he like shakes his head really rapidly back and forth. No. I haven't heard from my patron in some time. This isn't that.
Like, what does your patron sound like in your head, though? Like, is it like a voice, or
He like
is
kind
it
of
like booming? Like, what is it? Like, how's it sound?
You'll see him like kind of grin, and he says it would be hard for me to replicate audibly in common. It's like, think of I guess the closest thing would think of like how like a crab or like a sea creature might talk to you. It's like muffled, underwater, slimy speech.
Gotcha. I mean, okay, that's weird, man. Is it like some deal you've made with him, or?
Very long ago, yes. But as I said, ever since we woke up in this fog and have been in this house, I have heard nothing from him. Very uncommon.
But you have that other voice that's you've heard, though, right? You had another voice talk to you. What's that one
Initially,
sound like? Does that one sound like the same thing?
No, I haven't heard that voice in a while now. Since we've been in this house, actually. That was when we were walking through all the fog and brush to get here. I heard a voice telling me to keep moving. But I haven't heard of that. I have no idea what that is. Anyhow, and then I'll look over at Zombie and say, anything good looking that way?
There's a hallway down here that bends to the right.
I'm gonna walk over towards Zami and just start following him. If he wants to go down that way. I think that's about our only bet, right? Well, we have this
Well,
other cove. So
I'm
what
saying, did you guys inspect the whole room? I'm not going to move, but
yeah, we inspect the room. So I'll move over here to see if there's another alcove, I guess. Because we said we were inspecting the room.
Yeah.
So
what
does this just look like a floor, or what's it supposed to look like?
It's a ramp. It dives down probably about 5-10 feet, going straight down and into what looks like a pool of murky, dark water.
I'm not going in there.
I would after the go ahead.
Nope, you go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say after the discussion I had, talking about that. I want to slowly walk around the room and kind of like inspect all the little statues to see if any of them have like their bases look differently. Because when I reached out to grab that figure, is it glued down, or was I not able to tell soon enough before I felt that presence?
It was not glued down. You could have picked it up if you wanted to, but you kind of felt that presence and maybe jerked back from it after you felt it. Unless you want to pick it up.
No, he's kind of had enough of that, but he wants to walk around just casually around the room and like inspecting the rest of the statues to see maybe if they're like placed differently or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's placed like precisely per se. But pretty much looks the same as the other statue, you know, like they're just kind of haphazardly laid in these, like a display.
Okay.
So, and when Thomas is like the furthest away from anybody in the group, I'm gonna cast a cantrip called Minor Illusion.
Okay.
I'm gonna slightly whisper behind his ear, "Do you want me back?" And see what he does.
Is it? I just hear this like behind me in common.
Yeah,
It's to try to mimic you to mimic what you tried to describe as the person that was telling you stuff when we got here.
Yeah, so
That's
roll
pretty much what I'm trying to do.
You need to roll well, it's Minor Illusion. Could you post a spell in the chat? Oh, fuck me, it's a whole paragraph.
Spells.
Yeah, so
Because
Thomas,
basically,
you just kind of hear like right behind you, like this kind of half-ass kind of gurgling, like, "Do you want me back?" But it's like gurgled like someone tried to say it underwater.
Yeah.
I'll not turn around. If it sounds well, can I deem does it sound enough like?
Yeah. Do you want me to do a charisma check or whatever? I can. I mean,
I would
I'm fine
say,
with
well,
that,
no,
too.
just because it's a spell, you don't really have to do anything against to your ability to replicate it, but you don't know what exactly it sounds like. So I would say, Thomas, it probably doesn't sound very much like your patron's voice does.
Right, because I'm like the only one that's heard it.
Mm-hmm.
He'll turn
I'm just
around.
trying to guess it.
So as my back's to everyone, I'm like over here. I'll slowly turn my head to one side, and then I'll kind of like turn the rest of my body around to where I'm facing everyone else, and I'll say, "Did you guys hear that?"
Oh shit!
All I hear is this
that
chanting
voice.
around us.
Yeah, all I hear is a chanting, man.
Just heard another voice that asked if they want me back.
Was it your god? Or your deity?
It didn't sound like him. It may be like one of their kind, but definitely not him. I don't know. He'll like put his hand on his head and kind of like shake his head.
All right. Well, you didn't get any warnings or anything, so, right? Nothing to warn us to not go.
No.
I say we go ahead and start heading somewhere. It's up to you guys.
We can explore this hall that Tommy's looking down and see where it leads us, and if it leads us to not where we want to be, then I guess we come back to option B here.
Do we have any way to lock that door behind us, the one we were coming from? Any way to maybe barricade it or block it?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking.
What door?
Because when we first came down before we came down the stairs.
Well, I'm not going back upstairs.
Well, if we have something to block it, you might want to, in case you don't want that worm or the fucking spider to come after us.
No, we already blockaded that door before we came down here, right?
You guys, no, there was no door that that you guys blockaded. That was a different one.
That was a different door.
Yeah, you guys ended up taking another passageway up.
Yeah, this one, we need to block this door or something. We're going to end up with a spider and a worm on our ass. So is there anything in this room that we could use to barricade that door?
Not that you can see that would be very useful for blockading a door in this.
So
room.
up there, the door was originally locked. Is there a way that I can lock it from my side?
You can go back up and check.
Because I have the key.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go back up.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull you down real quick.
Damn it.
All right. When you reach the top of the stairs, the door is already closed behind you, and it appears to be locked from the other side. There is nothing on this side that you can use your key in.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna head back down. Alright, well there's no need to barricade. And that's no longer an exit.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
We're locked in.
What
course we are.
happened?
I did absolutely nothing. I went up the stairs. The door is closed and locked from the outside.
Well, let's continue on and get out of here then. As quickly as possible.
I think we're gonna die.
Do any when we were looking up these figures, or when I was kind of like walking around, are any of them like sea creatures, or like sea themed?
That's a negative.
Okay.
Are any of them considered what, like a totem or something like that for the traveler?
Not that you can tell. They're
Okay.
mostly just kind of off the wall, like weird relics.
Weird stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to check.
Tommy, are you comfortable continuing to lead us, or would you like me to take a turn?
No, I'll do it. It's fine. I feel more comfortable that I have a great axe now.
Glad to hear it.
All right, so are you guys gonna come down this?
Yeah, but I
corridor?
want to make.
I'll
I'm
come in.
looking for booby traps because I fell in one, so I'm
Yeah.
very aware of it now.
Not doing that again.
Roll,
Yeah.
roll a perception check.
Nice. I'm gonna be following behind him.
I'm gonna tail behind the rest of the group, and I'm gonna try to reach out telepathically to my old deity.
Okay.
After I heard that voice that kind of like reminded me of him.
Sean, in this hallway here, the sound of clinking chains melds with a quiet, near imperceptible rustling as you round the bend into a long, darkened dungeon. Rusted shackles hang patiently from the walls as if waiting to bite into prisoners' flesh once more. You basically just walked into what appears to be like a prison holding area. Off to the left and right side are cells with iron gates.
Do I see like anything in the chains, or the chains are just hanging there?
They're just hanging there.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep continuing on unless I'm just
Yeah.
going. I'm just going slowly,
wanna-
looking for traps.
Yeah, if I'm walking close to him, can I also be looking around? Like, I want to be like real observant
Okay.
right now for anything.
So you guys make your way kind of slowly down, kind of peering in each and every cell as you walk. You don't notice anything until you get towards the back wall, and on the back wall there is what appears to be a human skeleton who is chained up, kind of hanging there against the back wall, and he looks like he's wearing some black tattered robes.
Can I inspect?
I'll
inspect
stop.
him for magic or anything like that. Like
Could roll an Arcana. You don't feel any sort of a magical presence coming from the skeleton. Did you roll that perceptions on me, or was that earlier?
That was earlier when you
Yeah.
told me to roll it
Okay.
before I walked down here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll one now.
Okay.
Sean, you notice on one of the fingers of the skeleton there appears to be kind of cocked to the side, like a gold ring.
I'm just gonna point it out. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna point. Well, I'll point over to it and just grunt.
Yeah. So, Ripley, you kind of see Zombie point towards the skeleton's hand and make a grunting meh.
I'm gonna take the ring.
Dang.
Okay. From just looking at it, it appears.
Let's
to
see
just
if I
be,
can try to. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you can slide it off. It just appears to be a well-crafted gold ring. There's no inscriptions on it or anything.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna just throw it on my finger.
Okay.
Are you guys ready to keep going?
Yeah,
Does this
zombies.
passage continue?
Yeah, he's just waiting. He knows that if you guys see something, you're gonna want to inspect it. So he just stops automatically and waits for you to come back.
Yeah, I'm just ready. So where are we going from here? Where's there? What's our
can I
option
keep-
here?
Can I keep going, Thane, or?
Yeah, you can walk all the way down to the end of the hall. I mean, you guys are pretty much at the end of the hall, anyways. It's just
Yeah,
a
there's
dead
nothing.
end
Yeah,
there.
this room's
It's
done.
dead.
Oh, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right. I guess we head back
Yeah.
and
Turn
Check
around and be
out.
like, this is it.
yeah. I mean, can we inspect around here for any like? There's no secret passages, nothing like that.
Roll perception. You do notice against Ripley against this wall. Very, very, very thin. It appears that there may have been or is some sort of a door, but you don't see any way to open it, at least from this side.
It looks like there's a door.
Kind of, yeah. It's just like there's a cutout of like a rounded. The top of it is rounded, but there's no,
Oh, okay.
there's no handle. There's no hinges. It's just like this very thin line in the shape of what appeared.
Can I inspect it and try to open it?
Your perception was good enough to
Oh,
try that, but yeah, you can't. Doesn't seem like there's any way to open it, at least from this side.
okay. Hey, did you guys see this door here? And I'm gonna tell the whole group.
I'll kind of take a look at it and use my bullseye lantern to see if I can see like any keyholes or anything, but doesn't sound like there's anything there.
Yeah, you don't notice anything like that. Pretty much just a stone slab.
This might connect to that other chamber from the other direction. We should probably keep that in mind.
The one that's got the water in it. Seems
I
like
think
it's
that's
such
the
a
other
bad
direction
way to go.
we get to go.
Yeah, the other door, the other way's locked. Door's locked. All right.
If you got a teleportation spell, I'd be more than happy to go that route too.
I wish. I wish.
Well, let's go then, I guess.
All right. Can we? Yeah. I guess let's head back into that chamber.
All right, so you guys make your way back to this point.
I was trying to move my guy over here to help. There we go.
So you guys kind of walk up to what appears to be almost a ramp that angles down about 10 feet down, and then you see a pool of muddy water down at the bottom. There's a half-opened portcullis, basically like a steel door that's halfway opened.
As we're walking by to go down that way, Thomas wants to reach in and grab whatever's like little items in this little cove.
The item in that cove is the cutout of the wooden sculpture of the windmill.
The windmill guy.
Oh, did you already touch it?
No, no one's touched
No,
it
I
yet.
haven't picked it up. I did not touch it.
He's like curious.
I'm pretty
he's
sure
curious-
everything's cursed.
He's curious. If it's just that one figure over there, if it's this two. So as he kind of looks around and he like reaches out to grab that one.
Okay. I'm gonna pull you down real quick.
Yeah.
As you reach down and kind of touch this carving of or sculpture of the windmill, in your mind you get this bright flash and this picture of this massive windmill that stands up on top of this hill. It's like it's slowly turning. It's dark, kind of cloudy and rainy outside, and then it immediately vanishes from your mind. All right.
He'll take a step back from the windmill and kind of have his eyes really wide open. He'll kind of like slowly look over to the group.
You touch something else, Thomas?
Yeah, not as bad as that guy over there, pointing back to that figure cloaked in black, but this one almost like sent my mind to another realm of the windmill. He like kind of shakes his head, like he's trying to shake something off, and then he'll like put his hand up near his temple and kind of like rub his head.
Did you learn anything from the windmill, or you just went there? Like,
No,
did you hear anything, or?
It's just it was like in my mind, it just flashed through my mind like a live painting of this scene, this landscape with this same windmill right here, and it was just slowly turning, and it was a cloudy, rainy day, and that's all. And then the image stopped. Oh, I don't know.
What were the other items in the room?
There's a bunch of different
Forget.
stuff.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of stuff.
There's talons. There's like a feather, something about talons, petrified dragon egg, a shrunken head, and a withered tongue, and that's all I got.
Yep.
This one is that dude that scared me, and I guess this is the windmill. So
Right, the windmill. Yeah, that's the one.
we know these two.
Have we ever checked to see if the sword that windmill sword you got has any special properties, or have you inspected it at all?
No. But
Are we able to take a look at it? Maybe
No,
maybe it's a key.
while you guys are messing around, Zombie does not give a shit about any of this. He wants to get out of here. I want to go down that ramp while they're fucking around thing.
You're gonna. Yeah, that sounds
he's
about
got-
right.
He's got his great axe, so this is gonna be the norm.
All right, so you walk down the ramp, and as you make it to the bottom of the ramp, you start wading through the water, and it comes up to about just the top of your knee, and you're standing right in front of this huge half-opened portcullis. And in front of you, through the portcullis, you can kind of see what appears to be this very large chamber with something in the middle of it.
I'm gonna just call up there and say, "Let's go."
I'm gonna head down to meet up with Zombie.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
read this to you real
I
quick.
mean,
The floor is
headed down
submerged.
there.
The floor is submerged beneath 2 feet of dark, murky water that sloshes around at the tops of your knees. The tunnel forward is blocked by this half-open, rusty portcullis. Beyond its iron bars, you can make out the dark outline of a half-submerged chamber, a raised stone dais with a thick cloud of mist rolling from the top of it.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great idea. Yeah, following Zombie. I mean, hey, dude, you're the one that's gonna take the hits. I don't care.
Everybody
I'll,
watch for your step and be ready.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm ready.
I'll take one more glance around this room with all the figures in it, and then I'll head down.
All right, are you guys gonna duck under the? Are you ducking under the portcullis and walking in there? Is that what you're doing, Sean?
I want to do it, paying attention and make sure there's no traps and shit, and you know what I mean. I'm not just gonna run in there, but
Yeah.
I'm taking my time.
Okay. So you kind of duck your head up under the portcullis and continue walking forward. And as you do, the sound of the chanting is the loudest it's been. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. And it just echoes off of the walls and the ceilings of this chamber. Like, has really good acoustic sound.
Zombie, look, they're talking about how old you are.
Is everybody following?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm following.
I'll yell out though. Who is that?
Kind of echoes as you yell it out. As you guys all dip under this portcullis, all of a sudden you hear this grinding and the portcullis doors slam shut. Around the outside of this chamber, up on top, there's like ledges on the east and west side of this chamber. You see these dark figures, one at a time, suddenly appear. And they're chanting, "He is the ancient, he is the land, he is the ancient, he is the land." The dais in front of you starts to ooze this black, blood-like substance as it rolls down the stairs and into the water. And then the chanting stops. For a minute. For 2 minutes. And then the chant changes. Come, one must die, we awaken thee. Come, one must die, we awaken thee. Zombie, roll a perception check. The mist on the top of the dais sort of, it doesn't stop, but still spilling out. But you notice that sitting on top of the dais is this small bundle. Almost looks exactly like the one that the Spectre was holding in the room that you guys encountered upstairs. It's just a wrapped bundle sitting on top of this dais as the chants continue. Come, one must die, we awaken thee.
Yeah, I tell them, hey, we already had one die. Take that one.
Right.
Why don't you guys just kill it?
Yeah, I'm serious. Like, I'm saying this to them.
Nothing changes.
Oh, bitches.
The
So
chanting,
those figures are still in here?
yes.
Okay.
They're just like these black kind of ghostly apparitions that are there's probably 30 or 40 of them on the outside of this room.
Do they look identical to the ones that I saw when I analyzed that statue upstairs?
Yes.
Okay. I'll ask again. I'll just kind of say, who is the ancient? Who is the land?
The chanting continues. Come, demon, we must awaken thee. One must die. Come, demon, we awaken thee. From the far side of the room, the water and the walls of this chamber sort of start to vibrate. The water kind of starts to move and ripple.
You talking like right here?
Yeah, back here.
I want to start making. If I see that, I want to start heading that way with my axe ready. Like, I'm getting pissed, right?
Okay. So you're
So
kind of
where are these guys at?
they're up on
'Cause I
top
would-
of this. Yeah, there's like huge ledges. These big like 10-foot platform surrounds the whole room.
All right, would I be able to just step up on the stairs just out of the water?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm gonna want to do,
I'm
and
gonna
just
do the
look
same
around the
thing.
room and see if I can see any like secret passages, like any way to get out of here, like some way to unlock this door or
I
make
wanna
this door
mimic-
open.
I want to mimic him, but opposite side.
Okay. As you guys kind of go up the stairs, the closest figures to you just they kind of vanish, but the chanting continues. The room continues to shudder more and more. The water begins to ripple more and more. Sean, in front of you in this alcove, you kind of hard to see, but it looks like this massive mound begins to sort of like tumble over itself as it begins to move slowly towards you.
I want to
The,
keep making my way towards it also.
the chanting, "We summon thee, demon, Logoth, the destroyer. We summon thee. One must die."
Ew.
Pretty big.
Be nice if I could fucking click on it.
I'm covering Zombie from the back there, so.
Hold on.
I'm going to just keep moving up the side to see if I can find anything, and then try to keep where I can keep them covered. You know what I mean? So I would still be in range.
Sean, before you, coming out of this western alcove is a rolling mass of decay and rot. It's massive, probably 15 feet tall. Thick tendrils of waste wriggle to and from its limbs as it folds over itself and moves its way towards you. You can see the tendrils grip on the walls, tightening with a crushing force as the entire room shakes. As it continues to crawl closer and closer to you, you can see that it is made out of bodily remains of human beings buried within its putrid form.
Cool.
Yeah.
How many tentacles does it have?
A lot. Probably
Oh,
like
okay. Just
10
like
or
a whole bunch.
10 or 15, but they kind of come out and like grip the walls and pull itself forward as this, just like a octopus times 2, but it's made out of what appears to be human remains and like blood. You can kind of see skeletons like come to the surface of it and then get sucked back inside of it.
So it's just a form. It doesn't actually have a face or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bundle on top of the dais, Vendor, you can see it kind of start to unfold and unleash, and as it does, like blood begins to spill from it and spill down onto the top of this dais as it forms a puddle of blood. And within the bundle, once it unravels itself, you can see this gleaming gold dagger. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Dang.
Click on your token. Always last on initiative.
Yeah, Thomas wants to get at it.
How do I fucking remember?
So how high up is this ledge, by the way? Like to the ground down there where they are?
It's about 10 feet.
Alright.
Zombie, or Thomas, your turn.
So, from my perspective, what was this doing? It's just spilling blood out of it.
Yeah, there's like a stone slab there that has this bundle that has unfurled itself, and in the middle of it, as it's spilling blood, you can see what appears to be like a golden sacrificial dagger.
I'm gonna use some of my movement. Okay, so I'm gonna move down to here. Oops.
Okay. As you do, the black forms in front of you, as you get close to them within 5 feet, they disappear. And then as you kind of pass through where they were, they reappear back behind you as they're chanting, continuing to chant, and it gets louder, and the whole room is just shaking. You can see this huge mound of just decay and rot rolling its way slowly towards Zombie.
And then I'm going to like kind of crouch down, but not fully, and I'll like I'm kneeling and fire off an Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay, go ahead. That hits.
Nice. So that'll be 12.
Good rolls.
So you fire off this Eldritch Blast, and as you see it streak through the room, it slams into the side of this massive form, and you can see the purple energy kind of emanate and get absorbed into it. And as you do, you can see there's something at the core of this mound. It's hard to make out, but there's definitely some sort of a central mass at the core of this massive form.
Okay.
Would I see that?
Yes, you would see that.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. Zombie.
Well, I'm over it, so he's pissed. So I'm gonna run at it and rage and attack. I'm gonna attack the core that I just saw from Thomas's attack.
Okay, you can try. It's pretty.
I can try?
This thing's fucking huge. The core is small.
Oh,
Probably
well,
like not much bigger than a football.
I want to chop through it or whatever the hell. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's my focus of attack.
Yep.
And
Yank
I'm
that
gonna
core
go.
out.
I'm gonna go reckless,
Okay.
reckless and rage.
That just hits.
Whew, 16.
Nice.
– 12 points of damage. So you kind of take a sprinting jog forward and get within attack range of this massive, huge mountain as it rises up above you, and you take your great axe over your head and try to slash through it, but you can tell that the edge of this thing is pretty dull, and it just kind of thunk into the side of it, and the goo just kind of pulls out and like slick blood as you pull your axe out of it.
I see it in my turn.
Vendor.
Yeah, I'm gonna unleash a crossbow bolt directly at it,
Okay.
just kind of over the top of zombie, trying to hit it.
Okay.
This will be with sharpshooter.
That just hits.
It should be no with sharpshooter because it's a -5 to it. Wait. Yeah.
Yep. So that will not hit. So you kind of try to get a step on the stairs in front of you of this dais. His blood is kind of like oozing its way around your boots, and you let go of a crossbow bolt, and it flies high back into the back of that alcove. You can hear it clink off of the stone walls.
And then I'll take a couple steps closer to the dais here and just kind of see if I can get closer eyes on this dagger.
Okay. From what you can tell, it's just like this very ornate golden dagger.
I want to grab it
Okay.
if I can. I don't know if that's an action or not.
I'd say you could move your way up there and pick it up. As you pick it up, roll a Constitution save. Nice. You get this odd feeling and thought in your head once you pick this dagger up that you just want to stick it in your chest.
Thought that might be something similar. Okay. I will drop it at my feet if I'm able to, and that's my turn.
All right, so you get this feeling like this impulse that you want to stick yourself with this, and you drop it to the ground, and it clinks as kind of falls into a pool of blood. A shambling mound is going to lash out at you, Sean, with two of its...
I don't want you to kill me, but you have advantage on me. Don't forget.
Very well.
Or you kill me, but you have advantage.
First roll is an 18.
That's a hit.
Give me a sec here. For 11 points of damage.
What kind of damage is it?
Force damage. Actually,
Force?
I'm sorry, it's bludgeoning.
Okay, so I have half of that.
Okay.
So 5
Yep.
or 6.
5. Second attack. I rolled a 20.
Not good.
For 18 points of damage.
Same damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm taking 9.
Yep. And as
Okay.
the second attack hits you, you feel it like wrap up over your shoulder and pick you up and start to, it brings it back to itself, and you start to get absorbed into the flesh of this creature. So you'd be considered grappled.
Okay.
Ripley.
All right. Is there any way? Oh, I don't even see my token. Oh, there it is. So, would I be able to make it within 30 feet of Zami?
Yeah, easy. You could walk to the end of this platform. What's your movement speed?
30.
So you'd be able to get like right here. Or maybe down on the steps a little bit if you wanted to.
I just want to get within 30 feet. That also keeps me kind of safe.
Okay.
But just within 30 feet.
I'd say you can move yourself anywhere up on that platform.
So if I was like right here, you would say that's like 30 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like up here on this platform
Yep.
from them. I want to use the scroll I have, the blessed scroll
Okay.
on him, which is I actually have it.
I got it right here. You can roll an extra D4 to you an attack roll or a saving throw.
Right.
Very well. So
Couldn't
you
get it to you. Couldn't get it to him earlier, but
you kind of
I forgot
unfurl
about
this scroll and you start beginning the incantation. And as you finish it out, the scroll dissipates in your hand, and you see like this dim aura of light kind of emanating from around Sean's figure as he's getting sucked into the middle of this massive mound of flesh.
So I have a D4
Mm-hmm.
yes.
that I can use for what now?
An attack roll or a saving
Save.
throw.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
It's gonna end. Yeah, it's gonna end my turn. I don't have
Thomas.
other than I'll use any other maybe movement to get further away from the creature again.
You'd probably be able to move
If
about.
that's able to.
Be able to take like five feet back. It's about that.
So like right there.
Yep.
I will. Thomas is going to move to right here,
Okay.
and he's kind of like eyeing. He heard that dagger. Well, he was eyeing that dagger before he started running, and then he's kind of like glanced over and saw Avenger like pick it up and then drop it. So he's like oddly intrigued by that, but he wants to fire off another Eldritch Blast at this thing, preferably like maybe towards its backside where he's not gonna hit Zami.
Okay. I knew it. I knew it. I've been feeling this tickle behind my left ear all after I woke up from my nap, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And there was
Yeah, tick.
no one of my girlfriend's hair was all up in my hat, and it was hanging down around my ear. I finally got it.
Dude, that was why I ended up having to cut my hair after I was growing it long like that. The big thing was when I'd put my fucking ball cap on, it would tickle the back of my neck, and I would think like bugs were getting on me and shit like that all the fucking time. I was like, nope,
Yep.
done.
Kept thinking
Cut
something
it.
was crawling on me. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yep.
All right. That hits, Thomas.
Oh, nice. That's
Nice.
Hells yeah. You said 15?
So-
13.
You
13.
unleash another round of Eldritch Blast, and it slams into kind of the backside of this mound. And again, you see the purple energy absorb into it and kind of light up the inside of it. You can see in the middle of this small mass.
And that'll end his turn. He's just kind of readied right there.
Okay. Zombie.
So can I attack still?
I'd say you
Like
can.
I want to try to cut the, the tentacle that's got a hold of me.
Yeah, you're at disadvantage because you're grappled.
All right, well I'm gonna do reckless anyways, which gives me advantage. So would that just give me normal?
Normal roll, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do.
That just hits. So you kind of, as best you can, try to take a slash at this tendril, and your great axe kind of sticks into it. And you pull it back out, but it doesn't quite sever the arm.
Okay. End of my turn.
At this point, I'd say you're about more than halfway engulfed into the center of this flesh mound.
Okay.
Is it like sucking him in like feet first, or like kind of just sideways?
Kind of just sideways. His feet are definitely both inside of this thing now, up to probably his waist or so, at kind of an angle.
He has his arms free though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I see this core? Still?
You saw it the first time that Eldritch Blast hit, when the energy kind of went into it and kind of lit up the inside of it. You were able to see that there was some sort of a form in the center of it, yeah.
Okay.
Vendor.
My blood's kind of rushing after having picked up that dagger, but I'm going to shout out, "Don't touch the dagger!" and then quickly raise the crossbow and try and make another shot with sharpshooter at it.
Okay.
A definite no.
That misses, unfortunately. Another bolt zings over the top of this thing, and you can hear it clatter into the back of the alcove.
And then I will action surge and shoot again.
Okay.
Anybody who sees this is, especially for a crossbow, this is quick. It's like a 2 side step, real quick load, firing off another one. Oh, so close to 18.
Oh, almost. That also misses.
And that's going to be my turn.
Okay.
You get advantage on me again.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15.
Maybe you have to stab it with that ceremonial fucking sword or dagger.
Sean, this thing's going to. You're kind of feeling the pressure of being sucked into it as you're like 3/4 sucked into this thing now. Gonna roll 1 attack against you. 6 plus, I believe that misses.
I have 16.
And then Dylan, you're gonna take a swipe from one of the tendrils on this thing as well.
Okay.
As it's moved forward now, kind of rolling up onto the dais into this pool of blood that's draining down this thing. That is a 22.
That'll hit.
For 11 points of damage. Hold on one sec, guys. Daughter. Ripley, it's your turn.
Going to do magic missile.
Okay.
Get him.
Five, 9, 10, 11. 3 bolts emanate from out of your hands, and all 3 collide into the side of this thing and kind of leave the. You can hear the sizzling of the like the skin and the flesh of this mound as they make impact.
That's going to be the end of my turn.
Thomas.
Thomas is going to kind of like run down these steps where he's got 1 foot in the water and he's got 1 of his feet on the bottom step. And he's going to fire off another Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
But in particular, if he can, he wants to fire in that same area that he just saw Ripley shoot the magic missiles into.
Okay. That does not hit, sir. Your Eldritch Blast kind of over the top to the side of it because he's kind of raised up at your level and collides with the backside of this wall. And as it does, you're able to see what appears to be a wheel with like spokes on it, but it's laid horizontally, kind of embedded into the wall.
What would you say this thing's name is? Voltoon or something like that?
The chanting that you guys are hearing, they're calling it Logoth.
Dang, I was really off. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement after I see that to get back to like right here. And he's gonna try to head towards that thing he saw.
Okay.
And he's gonna yell out and he's gonna say, "Is Logoth the ancient of the land?"
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Okay. Zombie, I'm going to drag you down.
My first.
Say what?
Nothing.
All right, so as you're getting pulled into this, you're now completely submerged inside of this mound, and as it sucks you closer and closer to its core, you're able to make out what appears to be at its core, like I said, a little bit larger than the size of a football, is a small child who is deformed. His eyes are kind of bulging out. He's got like blued skin, and these veins are kind of like attached to him and you know, going every which direction throughout this mound as if it's feeding the mound its blood.
Okay.
I'll drag you back up.
Well, can I attack it or no?
Yes, but you would have to. It wouldn't be like a swing. You would kind of have to like try to use your great axe to kind of like almost put pressure on it. You know, like push, because you can't really move. You're engulfed in like a goo.
Okay, so when I attack, without them knowing what it is, or how do I not ruin it or whatever? Not meta, I guess.
You just do the attack in here with me.
Okay, cool. Well, that's my intent. That's what I want to keep doing until I die or whatever.
Do you know how to roll you know how to roll to the DM?
Yeah, you and I did that.
Yep.
It's on their sheet, right? 2GM.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so you can make your rolls to me now if you're gonna try to.
Right now.
Kind of. Are you gonna? So how are you gonna try to? Are you gonna try to attack the actual bundle itself?
No, if I see that kid, I want to attack the kid.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. And it looks like it's encased in like almost like a hard shell as well, but it's see-through.
Okay. Yeah, if I see that's the core and it's got control over the shit, that's what I want to attack.
Okay.
Yeah, however I can do it.
Go ahead and just roll a normal attack towards it, since you're not actually making a swing, but you are going to try to do some damage to it with your axe now that you see it inside of this thing.
Can I use reckless attack still or no?
Yeah, I'd say there's no reason you couldn't. Does that give you advantage?
It does give me advantage, but it also gives you advantage on me. But
I would say just roll with a normal because you're gonna have a disadvantage while you're inside of this thing, anyways.
okay, well then I'll do my attack now.
All right, that hits.
There's my damage.
Okay. So as you're getting sucked in, you're able to kind of, you see this bundle that appears to have all these veins coming out of it. You get the idea that this is probably some sort of a core to this creature, and you're able to get your axe in your hand and kind of maneuver and get your blade up against what it's kind of like this. Think about it as like a see-through bone shell around this baby. And you just push as hard as you can. You kind of feel it crack a little bit as you put as much pressure as you can on it.
Okay, and that's the end of my turn.
All right.
If I
Oh. Say that again.
sorry, I can see that I did some sort of damage to it, right?
You can feel the shell around it give, kind of. You don't necessarily see it crack, but you definitely feel like you put enough pressure on it to where it kind of gave out. You know, you can feel
Okay, so
you can feel the crack of it sort of kind of emanate through the core.
gotcha. Okay, that was it.
Vendor,
Yo.
it's your turn.
Oh shit! It skips on me. Okay, I will. I'm gonna start by doing bonus action. I'm gonna use my second wind. That's 9 plus con, or plus level, so 11 back. And then I want to try and pick up this dagger again.
Okay. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
Once again, you get that urge, that tick to stick this thing in you, but you're able to fight it off.
And I want to just throw it at that thing as hard as I can.
Okay. Make a ranged attack. I guess just like you normally would. Use your dexterity.
So you want me to just do normal D20 plus...
Dex.
Okay.
Fuck is this song, dude?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not scary.
No.
It's helping us rise above, man. Come on, don't put us down.
I was... Hey, my roll's been good. Put that shit back on.
Yeah, no, put that back
Don't
on.
That hits.
Daggers 1d4 plus dex.
Mm-hmm.
It's Zami.
All right, so you chuck this dagger as hard as you can, and it hits the flesh mound with its point and goes sinks right into it. Sean, you feel a stabbing pain like in your side.
Wait, are you serious?
For 4 points of damage.
Piercing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna half that.
Yep, 2.
Took it.
We wouldn't even know that.
And then I'm going to try and break away and get up to the stairs.
You're going to invoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay,
If you do that.
I'm going to do that.
Okay. I rolled a 20.
Okay.
Oh. The camera on these die.
18 plus 4. 22 points of damage.
I am unconscious.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the end of your turn.
Oh, yeah.
You guys see Venger as he kind of turns to start to run. He gets slapped right in the back of the head and just face first, douche, down on the stairs and slides head first into the water face down.
Jeez.
Yeah, but
Then you see the mound kind of roll up on top of the dais, and it reaches out with one of its tendrils, wraps it around Vendrier, and begins to pull it back towards its body as he starts to get sucked into the center of the mass. And then the mass rolls back down the stairs and starts to make its way towards you, Ripley. Ripley, it's your turn.
yay! All right, let's see.
The excitement.
Yeah. Keep going back and forth on what to do here. All right, I'm gonna shoot frostbite at it.
Okay.
I'll post it.
So I gotta make a Constitution saving throw. I rolled a 19 plus 3.
Yeah, that one. And I'm gonna try to run away as far as I can get away from this thing.
So it takes 1d6, and it has disadvantage on the next attack. So
That was if it on a failed save, the target takes.
yeah, it says
Target must
1d6.
take. Yeah, so he failed. I mean, he didn't fail though. He
Oh,
succeeded.
Right.
Yeah. So that's all done for me.
So
all
you
right.
shoot,
So
shoot this bolt
I'm gonna
of
shoot
frost,
up.
and it kind of just sizzles.
And then I'm gonna take off this way. No, actually, I'm gonna take off the last place I saw. Where I saw whatchamacallit? Thomas.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start headed towards where I last saw him. So it was over this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how far would I make that? I'm sorry.
We've got 30 feet, so each square is 5. You'd be able to make it right here.
Yep. All right, that's what I'm gonna do then. Let me switch over to this. And that's gonna end my turn.
Ripley.
I am Ripley.
Or Thomas.
Okay, I'm going to kind of move into this corner where I feel like I have more cover. And then I'm going to cast Unseen Servant right over here by this wheel
Mm-hmm.
that I have. And I can post that for you if you want me
please
to.
do.
And basically, I'm just going to command him to start spinning that.
Okay. All right. So you see your servant kind of like ephemerally appears over there, and you can see him start to push. I'm assuming you're issuing him the command to try to spin this thing.
Yes, yep. Yeah, I kind of like instantaneously like wait for him to kind of like form, and Unseen Rec can like visualize them, and then I'll give him the command, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Roll a strength check for your form, for your servant.
From my stat sheet, or
He's
based
gonna
upon
get a -2 to whatever you roll because he's only got a strength of 2.
Okay, so I'll
So just
do-
roll a d20 and then -4.
worst.
Doesn't seem
Not
like you can tell he's putting effort into it, but it doesn't seem like it's spinning or anything. He just looks like he's pushing on it as hard as he can.
Okay. I'll kind of momentarily see that, and then I'm gonna use my movement to probably get to about. Oh, let me see how far I can move. I don't want to move super far away, but I'll move to like right here, and I'll end my turn
Okay.
because I can't attack. So
All right. It's your turn.
So, would I see that dagger? I mean, it poked me.
You definitely felt it. I don't know if you. Yeah, I mean, if you kind of like looked around, you could probably see that this dagger kind of came in and like got you in the arm.
Can I let go of the great axe and grab that dagger?
Yes.
And then however you want to do it. I don't know how many turns or whatever, but I want to attack the thing with the dagger essentially.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
All right, I am proficient in daggers. So my roll should be the same, right? Oh, so it's dagger strength or dexterity?
Be a strength.
Okay, so it's the same roll as my great axe then.
Yep.
Oh, that's terrible.
That is. So you grab this dagger and you are trying to push through the slime, and these like limbs are like floating past you, and you get it to the point of that shell, and it kind of just scrapes off the side of it.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Vendor, I need you to make a death saving throw for me.
Yep, give me 1 sec.
That fails.
1 fail. I'll mark it.
you said that thing like absorbed him too?
Mm-hmm.
It's absorbing him.
Bloody heck.
Two attacks on you, Ripley.
2 attacks.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, fuck me.
Yep.
I rolled a 20.
Nice.
You're like 3rd or 4th one today.
I know.
So just one attack for you to death.
Yeah, exactly.
16 points of damage.
I am down. That puts me at -2 is what that would have put me at.
I'm gonna show us what you got.
So Thomas, you see this thing lash out at Ripley, and he goes down face first on the stairs, and then you see it wrap one of its tendrils around him and start to bring him in and start sucking him into his core. Ripley, it's your turn, so I need you to make a death saving throw.
Which one is that again? I'm sorry, you just click death saves, right?
You just roll a d20.
Or just roll a d20?
Yeah, over a
Yeah.
10 succeeds, under a 10 fails. That's a success.
Ooh, I can mark it. Nice. All right.
Thomas.
Alright, well, do my best. He's gonna move over by his servant, and then he's going to bonus action command the servant to try to spin this thing, and then I'm gonna help him, or he's gonna help me, however it works. We're gonna try to open the thing up.
Okay, roll a strength check with advantage. All right, with the two of you pushing, you can feel the gears start to churn a little bit as the portcullis very slowly starts to raise itself out of the water and the wheel begins to spin.
And that's this, like this whole thing's coming up out of the water?
No, this portcullis is opening the door.
Oh.
We ain't all a bunch of Navy people.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just rapidly, like, frantically keep trying to open that.
Okay. All right, your turn.
Okay, same thing.
All right.
Focused on it. I'm still clicked on you, yes. Oh, sweet.
Yep, so roll damage twice and then add your strength.
Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna have to use a dice roller, but does that still go to you?
As long I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't have anything set up for it.
Is there anything on the dice roller that says you can send it to me?
No. I could set it up on my sheet if you want to come back to me, or however you want to do it. Because I didn't put it. I don't have the dagger on my sheet. I can put it on there.
You got any
It's just
you got any actual dice in front of you?
No.
Oh.
Shoot, I don't have any dice, dude.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Well,
Here,
you can just roll it, and if people see it, people see it. I mean, yeah, you don't want them to know, but I don't know what else to do for you. I'm
Oh, I can put it on here real quick.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, just do it. Do a D4. Just sling it on there somewhere, and then roll it to
Yeah. Okay. This should. So this is just a straight D4.
Okay.
So there's once, twice, and then add 6 because I'm proficient in my strength
Okay.
and I'm raging.
Okay. So after your dagger kind of glances off the side of the shell the first time, you get the idea that, hey, I kind of cracked this thing, so I'm going to try to go for that same spot where I kind of cracked it.
Okay.
And with all your might, you just shove the dagger in. You feel the shell split, and your arm continues forward, and the dagger goes straight into the small child at the center of the mound. And as it does, in your head, you hear this high-pitched, like droning, deep, like bass drums in your head, and then just this massive concussive explosion as this mound just explodes all over the room, and
Cool.
you drop down into the water, and as you do, you see 2 people laying next to you unconscious in the water.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring it back up.
So this thing's gone now, right?
Yeah,
It's gone.
It exploded.
Blew up.
Yep.
What was telling me about it last night? Thane was.
Thomas,
Yeah.
as you you're pushing this wheel, and you're kind of looking up over your shoulder to see what the mound is doing because you're worried. You're the last one in this room standing, and all of a sudden, you just see this bright flash of light within the mound, and it explodes, just blowing massive chunks of flesh and ooze everywhere, all over the room. You like get hit in the side of the face with like a wet limb, and then you see Zami drop into the water, splash, and Venger drop face down into the water, splash, unconscious. The apparitions that were around the room chanting immediately, they all disappear, and all you can hear is the rippling of the water after these bodies have fallen into it.
Okay. Yeah, him and the servant will both rush over that direction towards the party members.
You see Zombie kind of like get up, and he's kind of pulling all this like ooze and goo off of him.
I can tell that those two are both unconscious.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I'm in the fetal position, sucking my thumb.
Can I go to whichever one's closest to me? Because I know that everybody's got a potion. Can I administer a potion to them?
Yeah, I'd say you could administer a potion. Vindra would be the closest to you, but he's face down in the water right now.
All right. Well, I want to pick him up, find his potion, and give it to him. Or,
Okay.
Give it to him good.
So you reach down and kind of scoop Vindra up in your arms and walk over, lay him down on the stairs, kind of ruffle through his stuff. You find this. Do you have a healing potion, Vindra?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You find this healing potion. You're able to prop his mouth open, and you start pouring it in there and kind of working his neck, and he begins to swallow it. Dylan, you can go ahead and roll for healing.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing too, but just to Ripley.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have my unseen servant's gonna like cradle his neck and head.
Okay.
And as I like sort through his stuff to find his potion and do the same.
Okay. Ripley, you can go ahead and roll for healing as well.
That's 2d4, right?
Do you have a potion on you?
I do.
Okay, yeah.
I was the only one to not have one.
Oh, okay. I knew one of you guys.
Oh, you
didn't have
do.
one.
I gave you mine, Thomas.
Did you? Because
Yeah.
I didn't have it written. I know I took one earlier, but I didn't have any written down.
Yeah. So you took one. I thought you used it, right? And then I gave you mine.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I gave you one and you used that one. So he must have given you that one again.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have one.
Yeah. I do not have one.
I gasp and like sit up real quick, and then seeing Zombie there, just kind of like take a deep breath.
Ripley, you can add 2 to the 7.
Oh, nice.
I'll as my servant's cradling Ripley, and I'm kind of like helping with the potion and getting the potion down. I'll look over at Zombie, and I'm kind of like scared looking and say, "What happened?"
A dagger hit me in the side, and I grabbed it and thrust it into the core of this thing, and exploded.
We're the smartest people alive!
Good job, Zombie.
I crit the shit out of it.
He did.
Did you really?
Way to go,
Yeah.
girl.
Can I look for the dagger and the great axe?
Yep, they're both just kind of in this oozing pile that is now kind of like body parts and blood. And scraps of human remains are floating in the water, and you're able to kind of reach down into the water and find both the dagger and your great axe.
And I want to ask who threw the dagger.
I just kind
That
of
was
like
Finn, yeah.
half-heartedly raise my hand.
I'm going to point.
Well, I'm gonna walk. I'll walk over to Venger and just hand him the dagger and say, "You saved our lives."
Last time I touched it, it wanted me to kill myself. Is it not doing that anymore?
Oh yeah, did it do it to me? I guess there
No.
thing.
No.
Okay. It's like I don't feel anything.
Why don't you? Do you want to hang on to it for safekeeping?
Yeah, fuck that thing.
I have no use for this dagger. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna use my great axe.
I reach out and like touch it with my index finger.
You don't get any initial sense of wanting to stick yourself with it.
I touch it with 2 fingers,
Same.
4 fingers. I'm just kidding. I'll grab it.
All right, and then you immediately stab yourself with it. I need you to roll.
Damn
no,
it.
no, I'm just kidding.
See, what?
Immediately slit your stomach
Flawless.
open. Sacrifice yourself at the altar.
I'll look Zombie over. Is he looking pretty beat up?
I assume he's looking pretty banged up.
Yeah, I'm pretty banged up for sure.
I think we all are, except for Thomas.
I'll wait till you put your stuff away, and then I'll pull that potion out that you gave me earlier, and I'll call your name. I'll say Zombie, and I'll kind of throw it your way, and I'll say you can use that more than I can right now.
All right, thank you. And I will. Zombie will just nod at you, and then I'll use it. That's 2d4, right?
Yep, +2.
While this is going on, can I check where that where the monster came from? Can I go and check inside there and see if I find anything
Yeah.
helpful?
Yeah.
Oh, I also want to look. Is that core? Is there anything left of that core, or is that just gone?
It's completely gone.
Okay.
Everything's just kind of in pieces. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I want to do the same thing too once he's done, but just searching the mounds like remains to see if there's other stuff it absorbed that got like spewed out.
Yep. Rummaging through this, it's a massive pile of bones, probably 20 feet high here, and you sort of start picking your way through it, but you don't find anything of use. Tattered clothing, skulls, femurs, spines. It's just a huge pile of bones. Thomas, you don't find anything in the water. You're trying to like kind of scrounge around on the bottom of the deep water. You don't find anything either.
Well, oh, did we ever check this altar up here other than for that knife? Or the dagger? Did
No, but
anybody...
as soon as that mound exploded, though, the blood stopped flowing from the dais, and the mist is just kind of settling down over the water.
Can I go up there and investigate that? Like check that out and
Yeah.
see if there's anything going on up there.
Yeah, so basically this is just a huge stone sacrificial bed.
There's no like secret passage stuff, nothing like that. I can't look for.
There's nothing there.
Are those like gas figures? Are they still chanting above us?
No, they're gone. They disappeared as soon as the mound exploded.
And we
Oh,
don't
I
hear
think-
any of the chanting anymore, right?
Nothing. It's quiet other than the splashing of you guys moving around in the water.
You
I
guys
wanna-
think this is what's holding us in the house?
Was that a question?
No, I'm asking them.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you guys think this is what's holding us in the house?
Zombie
Could
just
be.
gonna give you a stare. He just knows no answer.
I mean, it'd be risky to go back. We've left some things alive. Do you guys want to take like a long rest and then maybe try to head out there? Or head out? Try to get out of the house?
I thought we were blocked in. Didn't you say
I mean,
that?
with all of us here, we could probably open that gate now. You were slightly opening it with the, whatchamacallit, with all of us, we should be able to open that
No.
up, especially with Zombie.
I mean, the floor above us wasn't the door locked shut?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was like, maybe it's open now.
I see.
Maybe
I'm kinda
it was
creeped
something with
out.
this creature that was holding us here, and that chanting.
I'm just kind of up along I'm up here now, on this little shelf above, and you guys just see me kind of up there just standing, and beside me holding that little short sword that I found it's just like floating there beside me. Kind of like looks like it's sheathed, but it's just floating beside me.
I'm sorry. Did I miss something there?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. What did you say? I was in La La Land.
I was just saying
Yeah,
that
we
I
didn't really miss
moved
anything.
up to the second layer, or I'm not second layer. This little ledge again,
Okay.
and I was just explaining that the silver short sword that I found earlier is just like floating, suspended in air beside me, but it looks like it's sheathed,
Okay.
like in a sheathed position.
Okay.
And we can't find any other ways out of this room, right?
Not that you're aware of at the moment.
Hey, Thane, did anybody go in here where the monster came from? Because if not,
I
wanna...
did, but it was not good. Check.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Yeah, it was bad.
Somebody text me.
Yeah, I would go check again. I did not do well in there.
Oh, okay.
Wise.
Well,
All
I
I
mean,
could figure out, it was a big pile of bones, pretty much.
I was just inside this thing, so it's not gonna phase me. I want to inspect my great axe to make sure it's still usable.
Okay.
And then,
from what you can tell, yeah, I mean it's in the same shape, rusted and dull, but usable.
Okay. And then if I can, I want to walk in there and just kind of half-ass look around to make sure there's nothing else in there that's gonna come out at us. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for danger shit, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything inside that alcove. It's basically just a huge 20-foot pile of bones.
Okay. And I'll look over at Thomas, but Tommy knows him, so whatever's going on over there doesn't really phase him. So he'll acknowledge it, but he's not gonna say anything or do anything.
I think too that not this is out of game, but I'm pretty sure you would have saw him use that particular servant in the other world that we were in.
Yeah, I think you did use it. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I think he did.
Anyhow, Thomas and his servant, while we're kind of like waiting around in here to see what we're gonna do, he wants to patrol this, like the outside of this place on this ledge and just inspect the wall all the way around.
Okay.
Right, that's what I kind of want to start doing as well. Just
Yeah.
trying to find a way out other than the way we came in.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation or perception checks for both of you. Ripley, you notice over here what appears that same kind of hairline cutout of a door. Except for on this side, you see three little, about the size of like the tip of a finger or a marble, in a triangle pattern, are three like small little cutouts, like smoothed. Imagine like having a marble once, kind of, what do you call that? When it's set in something like like a marble was set inside of it and then it got pulled out, like that half circular cutout.
Like a mold.
Yeah, kind of. It's in a pyramid shape.
So it's like holes that I would have to stick my finger into, or
Yep. Like kind of like a bowling ball, but they're not as deep.
right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not at threat of losing my fingers to put it on there, though, right?
Not that you're aware of.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. And it doesn't look like a symbol, or it doesn't look like something. Oh,
No, just looks like a triangle, just like a bowling ball. Thomas,
looks like a bowling ball.
your wall, you don't find anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, I'll make my way towards Ripley then. If it looks like he's finding something.
Fucking music is so hit or miss.
I like
Yeah,
that music though.
I'm gonna yell, "Yeah, I found something over this way." I just don't know if I want to be the one to stick my fingers in there.
If there's little holes that look like fingers going.
Yeah, it's like kind of like looks like a bowling ball set in a triangle.
I will ask my servant to put his fingers in there.
Okay.
There you go. Yes.
So your servant kind of walks up, puts his thumb in the bottom hole, and then his two index and middle finger in the others. And as he does that, this little circle sort of like appears, and he spins it and spins it, and you hear a click and a shutter, and the door slides open into itself.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll give him a pat on the back.
And as it does, what you're seeing in front of you is basically the dungeon that you guys had previously explored.
I see all this going on. I'll start making my way up there.
With it, I'm gonna start moving out. Just being careful now. But I mean, making sure I don't see anything. But I want to try to get out of here and try to head back to the door that was locked up on those stairs.
Okay.
Do we want to take a rest? Cause you guys are pretty beat up, aren't you?
Yeah, we are pretty beat up.
I mean, I'm good.
I'm down to take a rest.
I just let everyone know that I'll lose my servant if we take a short rest. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, he's honestly, it could be pretty handy in this place. I'm sorry I didn't think of him sooner.
Well, do you guys want me to lead? Cause I'm sitting pretty good right now.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah.
We're just trying to go back the same way we came, right? We're trying to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, see if we're still locked in.
Okay.
Okay.
Now that all that chanting and everything's done, let's see if we're still locked in this house.
So you guys make your way back through the reliquary, head up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs, the door, Ripley, that you saw is now standing wide open.
Told y'all it was locked. I'm telling you. Telling you it was locked. I say we get out of this house. I think we're out of here. I
Yeah,
think we're free now. I think we should let's get out.
Yeah, that sounds good. As we're rushing
I say we don't rush it though. I say we take our time though. Let's not die getting out of here. We've stayed alive this long in this nightmare house. Let's not fall into a trap. Zombie.
Speaking of traps, at the top of this staircase here, obviously there is that big trap. You guys do have the board on your side, but there's also this stairway up.
Oh, right. I asked Vendreer, kind of like casually, if he wants my servant to hold his light source for him. If he wants like a free hand or so.
Dylan, your light source would also be extinguished. Currently, it got wet.
Oh, well, I light it for him then. Just throw a little fire at it.
Okay, takes you a couple of times because it's kind of soaking wet, but you're able to get the wick kind of heated up enough to where it lights back up.
He must be gone right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's here.
We didn't find anything in this room, though, right?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we found a big ass worm over there to the left.
No, not
I
this
did
room.
Too. No,
that-
I think that's
right
the
here.
room that I told
Yeah.
you guys there was that statue of that dude, and there
Yeah.
was
Oh, that's right. And it had those
That was
things
over
around
here.
it, right?
I was kind of disoriented about. That's why this map's kind of good without this lighting. I don't remember which direction I was, but it's up here somewhere.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was right here.
It was right there. Yeah, you're right.
It was right here, and then right here is the worm.
In the other room.
Yeah, and there's like so if you go down here, if you go to here, there's a hallway, and then it goes down, and this is where they were dancing around the thing, and then up here is where the worm was, where we were pulling the board across, because that
And-
comes down from right here.
Yeah, and then the spiders is possibly over here.
Right, the spiders may be over here, but that's the way out.
But we
But
know
we
that
don't know
spiders
because
hurt.
we didn't fully look over here. We never
No.
fully checked this room out because of that fucking worm.
Well,
So do we want to go check that room, or do we want to go the way we know is out?
I'd say we go the way we know is out. If we think this spell's broken, let's just get the hell out of here.
So I say, if I have to, I'll hit that fucking spider with dissonant whispers again. We'll put another bed on top of that bitch, and we're out.
I just remind you guys though that when I went and checked the very front door, like by where the children were the first time, it was shut. Or it was locked. I mean, it was like closed up.
Right, but I don't think it's gonna be this time. I think we're able to get out now. I think the spell, we released the spell when we killed that creature, and he stabbed that heart or that cord.
So, well, I should tell you guys what that was. That was the baby. The baby was the thing.
So then come on, man. Then yeah, the spell's over. We've dropped the spell. Let's bounce. I mean, I don't know if the spiders were part of the spell, Do you know what I mean? So I just think that might be locking us in here. That spider or the worm still could be in here. I don't know if they were part of the spell.
Well, I just came out of rage. I was inside of this fucking big ass corpse thing. You know, my adrenaline's going a little bit. Wasn't thinking about that.
We helped kill you. I'm dead serious. I definitely, that was. God damn it. All right, I'm gonna take a piss real quick. It's
Okay.
gonna be a little bit. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we can take a little 10-minute break if you guys want to, real quick.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Okay.
That's good,
I got
yeah.
a pee too.
You doing this? We going? Oh, I guess I'm the only one here. And I'm just gonna pass it.
I forgot to start recording again. Whoops.
Yeah, Zombie's not a. He's a drinker.
I'll take some
Take
sips.
a couple swigs, and we're just handing it around, I suppose. You know?
Yeah, I'm down. We can do that until that bottle's done. If y'all want to hold on to the bottle, the unopened one, maybe we sell it. You never know what it's worth. But I feel we deserved at least one of the bottles for all of us.
Yeah, it's hard to say what time of day it is because it's so cloudy and the fog out here is still very present. But you get the feeling that it's on towards dusk at the moment. If you guys want to take a long rest, you can. I'm not going to have you guys like stand watches or anything, but you can take your long rest here and then level up. It's the same thing. Like once you level up, you get full hit points and everything anyway. So
Oh, okay, that's what I was getting at.
Gotcha.
Well, if we're taking a long rest, I don't know if it really matters, but Zombie's gonna, work on this axe, get it back in good shape,
Okay.
scrounge
Um,
around for shits, whatever.
I'm gonna roll for my HP this time.
Okay. That's
Well, are we
music.
taking a short rest or a long rest? I thought it's to gain your XP, your HP.
Well, like I
I
said,
remember that now. Never mind.
once you level up, Weston, you don't really need to roll because you automatically go back to full hit. Oh, you're rolling for your
I
next
think
level
he's-
hit points. Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna do that too.
Exactly.
Yep. Sorry. Don't forget to add your
Uh,
con to that roll. That's a pretty good roll.
So what is it to I don't remember for health.
It's well, I'm just gonna take the 7 for me thing
Okay.
for my hit point maximum.
Okay.
So what is it like? I forget that rule.
It's just It's on in the handbook. It's just whatever one of your hit die are.
Oh,
like,
so it's
Barbarians are D12s. I'm a D8. I think fighters are D12s too.
so this says 7 plus Constitution modifier, so that's actually 11 for me, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Unless you're taking the average.
that's
when
what
you
I'm
level.
doing. Yeah.
Vanger, I'm assuming that was your hit point roll.
Yep.
I mean, you could have done better.
Yep. If we haven't noticed, I've got a theme going this campaign, and it's rolling trash. I plan to stick to that evidently.
Well, you got the dagger in there. That was good.
I mean, yeah, your good saves were the ones that saved you from getting stabbed in the heart by yourself.
True.
Those were your good rolls.
Yeah, Barbarian, you're 7 plus con for your
Right.
average, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's 11 points. It's a lot.
I get a 1d6. I'm confused. What is this?
Recording. There we go. You guys travel for what you think is probably about 5 hours. The fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. And then, suddenly ahead of you, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. 2 headless statues of armed guards flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you with only silence.
Creepy.
And as you guys approach these huge iron gates squeal on their hinges as they open up to you. The road passes directly under the like this huge stone buttress. I assume you guys are going to travel through the gate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everyone's
Is
just
it-
standing in awe of this gate.
that gate's cool.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
good. That's good art. Yeah.
As you guys step through the gate, towering trees whose tops are lost in the heavy gray mist block out all but the death gray light around you. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have a silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude a feeling of an unvoiced scream. Not too far beyond the gate, you start to get the smell of the scent of death on the air. And as you follow it, the foul scent leads you to what appears to be a human corpse half buried in the underbrush about 15 feet from the road. The young man appears to be a commoner. His muddy clothes are torn and raked with claw marks, and crows have been at the body, which is surrounded by paw prints. The man has obviously been dead for several days, but he holds a crumpled envelope in one hand.
I'll grab it. I'll take it. Take a read at it.
So you kind of grab this crumpled envelope. It's kind of wet and soggy from the rain for the last couple of days since he's been dead. The smell is pretty bad. But you open up the letter and it says, "Hail thee of might and valor. I, the burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now, my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth trapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. Yours, Kolyan Indirovich, Burgomaster."
Well, damn. So does it look like he was buried, or does it look like he just it's like quicksand or something like that?
He looks like he was maybe attacked and then sort of haphazardly, like maybe some dirt thrown over the top of him.
Then
Can
you
I
said
investigate the wounds and see if I can identify like what creature? If there's like wolf, bear, something like that.
You could do an investigation check, yeah. I mean, you notice puncture wounds, but it's hard to tell exactly what it was.
Did you say does he have like flesh on him still?
Yes. It looks like he's been dead for maybe 3 or 4 days.
Can I cut some of the flesh off and I'll wrap it up in my bear skin?
That's disgusting, but yes, you can.
Like a pound?
A pound?
A pound.
What, dude? That's a lot of skin, bro.
Holy shit.
We're making some sandwiches.
I guess.
You just took like his whole ass cheeks.
Yeah,
like
I
both
mean-
ass cheeks.
Hey, he doesn't need them anymore. What the hell?
What part of his body would you like to take a pound of meat out of?
I just whatever I can get, you know.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to like carve a little bit out of his leg, and then some out of his like stomach area, maybe,
Cool.
and wrap it up in whatever you please. The stench is just unbearable. You're careful not to like stick your dagger in his guts.
He's gonna look at Zombie and be like, "Dude, you're a sick fuck, man." Just go walk off.
Give you like a half smile.
Fucking dog now this, man? Alright.
Vindra, roll a perception check for me.
Sure.
My shit's acting weird.
Yeah, it didn't show up in the chat on for me. There it goes.
Yeah, it's in there now. As Zombie's like kind of cutting up this body, and you're kind of grossed out. You're staring down the road, and you see just faintly what appears to be some sort of a rider sitting on top of a horse, and he's kind of obscured by the mist, but you can tell there's somebody mounted on top of a horse just kind of staring at you guys. And then it trots off out through the woods.
I just kind of make it, and I kind of nudge whoever's next to me and kind of point. I don't know if that was somebody scouting us out, but he was looking at us. So seeing Zombie chop up the body might have scared him off.
Did we get a look at the figure?
I just saw a man on a horse.
Dylan, you also noticed that it may or may not have had a head on it.
Oh, and it may or may not have had a head, by the way.
Wheat.
You'll
See, I'm
just see
surprised, but after that house, anything goes. It seems like here.
you'll just see Thomas kind of shrug, and if you look at him, you'll notice that he looks a little bit more like since the last night, a little bit more gaunt.
Did you say gaunt?
Yes.
Yeah, like he looks more like thin, like especially with his cheeks and stuff. As you like just glance
Oh.
at him, nothing like crazy, but you'll notice it looks like he hasn't been eating.
Thomas, I don't mean to pry too much, but since we got out of that house, have you been able to contact your whatever that is?
deity or whatever.
You'll just see him kind of he'll like spin his head, not the direction that before, but he'll just kind of like spin his head around, like kind of like you're warming up your neck, and kind of slowly, and he'll just kind of smirk and say, "Yes."
Well, I suppose that's somewhat of a relief. I think.
And you'll just see him kind of shrug, and like not really say much else.
So you said we've been walking for like about 5 hours or so?
Yeah, it's been about 5 hours. You guys made your way through the gate, and then 10, 15 minutes later, kind of walked up on this body. Zombie started cutting chunks out of it, and you noticed this horse figure, and now you guys are just kind of chilling.
Say we just keep going down the road.
Continue on the
Keep
road,
going.
and hopefully it
Yeah.
brings us by a village or a town or something.
Town.
Get some food
Hope,
and maybe a good night's sleep.
So nobody saw zombie cutting skin off of this dude if we find a town nearby.
No, not skin, meat. I'm cutting meat off
Oh,
of this
meat.
thing.
Either way.
With skin.
Rotten human.
I'd say you guys. So you guys are continuing on.
Yeah.
As you guys continue to walk along this road, you notice that the trees on each side of the road sort of stop, and the fog is still thick, but you feel like you've kind of walked into this very large valley. And it takes about another 4 hours of walking before you notice tall shapes that begin to loom out of the dense fog. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. From here, no sound cuts the silence except for the mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance. And I'm going to... And if you guys could try to drag... I don't know what you can see right now.
Nothing.
Blackness.
If you could drag your
Darkness.
tokens... Here,
You
I'm
got
gonna-
handouts on here as well.
I'm gonna drag this. Fuck.
Bottom left corner.
Hold on.
I just went kind of dead center, and I see a map now. By the way,
Yeah. Do you
I
see
don't.
do you see the whole map?
I see the whole map. Yes. Should I look away?
You don't have to, but I would like to fix it so that you don't see the whole map. Give me a second.
Oh, I clicked on it and now I see the whole map. I dropped my guy on there and now I see the whole map. Thank you.
How about now?
Now I only see my area and where
Now
you
I
just
just
struck
see
me.
a radius around me. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys could drag your tokens. I don't know. Can anybody else see those tokens? Oh, I see zombies down here.
I just dragged mine on, yeah.
Yeah, I just see Thomas's.
If you could see the ping.
Close enough.
That better?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
There he is.
I couldn't see anything, so I just kind of randomly drug it on there.
All right, so you guys You guys are walking on cobblestone now, kind of passing by these just very gloomy, dark buildings. You don't see any people until you get to about right here. You know what? I think I am just going to go back to revealing the whole map. Fuck it. There's got to be a way to like show what you guys have explored, but I don't know how to do it yet. So we'll just turn this off. I could do. Yeah, we'll just do it like that.
Well, I can see why it doesn't. They might not want it to have it to show what you've seen, for the fact that unless we have a map, we shouldn't
Yeah.
be able to see it.
I
You know what I mean?
agree.
If we find a map, then yeah, we should be able to see the whole thing. Like we should be like, okay, yep, we can see it all. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be an ass
Oh no,
that upsets anybody else.
no, I totally agree with you. I just wish I wish there was a way to like reveal like where you guys
Or-
have already kind of traveled, because so you,
Yeah.
in your mind you could bookmark it, but I haven't figured
Like we
it out.
came up this road, so it should show that road.
Yeah, like you should be
with
able to
the
see the
buildings.
road, right?
Sure,
Right.
Sure.
But see, you could also do it. Like, there's different things. Like, because like I have an ability, so this, since you made it a city. So then I would be able to technically, I mean, I should know my way around a city pretty easily
But
without any problems.
you would have to know the city already.
I think it said. I don't think it says that. I think it says specifically like.
I would imagine that you would have, because if you don't have any knowledge of it, like, yeah, okay, you could travel through the city twice as fast, fine. Anyway, you guys kind of come down this main road, and before you stands like it's kind of like this crossroads. It seems to be the city of this village. There are quite a few people moving to and fro about in this little courtyard area right here. One thing that stands out to you, most, is why can't I move your shit? Because I'm not on the right thing. Is there's a cart in the middle of the I don't know what you would call this crossroads, and there's an older lady standing by it, and there's quite a few people around the cart, and it looks like she's selling something. She's chatting with some of these other people. They seem very dreary. They're dressed in like drab kind of just villagers clothing. The looks on their face are almost soulless, like they're just not quite there.
All of this just appeared around us.
No, it was there when you walked into the area, but along that main road there was nobody. But once you got into this courtyard here, there started to be people. Up on Venger, roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Damn it.
Out of the corner of your eye, Venger, you do notice kind of up on top of this building right here, there appears to be a black raven that is kind of up on top of the roof, perched and like looking down over the top of the courtyard, and you notice that its wingtips are blue.
I just kind of try not to pay too much attention to it. I just kind of clock it with a side glance and just kind of note that I saw that.
Okay.
You said it had blue wingtips?
Yes.
You guys want to ask this lady where the tavern is and maybe get us some rooms, something like that?
Does anybody have money? How are we going to afford a room?
We got money. We got coin, didn't we?
Yeah, did we lose our coin?
Yeah, we all had coin.
You
Well-
guys found
No,
some...
we found coin.
No, I mean, so our starting
I don't
money,
remember how much that was.
was that taken away when we got all of our shit
I
taken
would say
away?
if you had a coin pouch, which you probably did, that was on your person, you more than likely made it here with your coin pouch.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
We
let's
rolled
find
for
some
that.
lodging.
I don't remember what we rolled. I rolled for it though, because we rolled for the gold, didn't we?
I think a couple of you did, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember I rolled for mine.
Anyways, I'd say there's probably 30 or 40 people kind of to and fro out of this courtyard. I'd say 5 or 6 of them are standing around the cart with the lady that looks like she's selling something. The rest of the people sort of go up and down the rest of these roadways and in and out of some of these buildings. You can tell this building here is fairly large, and then it looks like there may be a much larger building to your guys' right. And you also,
What does it look like
just
the
besides
lady's
the
selling?
people bustling around, you can hear like this weeping kind of throughout the streets. It sounds like someone's like wailing or crying. It looks like she's selling some sort of like food.
Well, if I see that, I want to go eat.
Okay.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, I'm gonna ask her how much.
So as you guys walk up, she greets you with a smile. She's kind of this old, kind of hunched over lady. She's got a robe thrown up over her head. Her hair is long and black, kind of hangs out from her robe. And she says, "Oh, hello. Are you new here?"
Yeah, we just got to town. What's going on?
"Oh, well, can I interest you in a meat pie?"
Definitely. How
Oh,
much?
Heavens, yes.
1 Zarovich apiece.
Okay, look. So this is what we have. And I'll
Everyone's
show
like,
her.
"Oh."
I'll show her a gold piece.
Okay.
Be like, would this work?
Oh, yes, 1 of those apiece, dear. And how many would you like?
I'm gonna give her 2 and say just 1.
Oh, very kind of you. Just take 2 pies on me.
I'll stick to just 1. And then at the same time, can I check to see if she's trying to like trick us or poison us or something like that?
You can roll. What is it? An insight check.
Yeah. Cool. Wow.
Nice.
She seems pretty sincere.
She could be holding a knife to my face.
She does.
I'm gonna snag a meat pie too and hand her a gold piece. All right, what is it called?
Zarovich.
Zarovich, yeah.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy. What brings you to Barovia?
Well, we were kind of brought here, actually.
Oh. By the Vistani?
I mean, we're just here kind of traveling.
You don't have any escort, I see, so I'm assuming the Vistani did not bring you here.
No.
Very interesting. Well, if
So,
you would like a
do
place
you
to
have an
stay
inn?
and eat, absolutely. The Blood of the Vine is just over there. She points over towards the doorway over here.
And can I also ask, do you guys have a weapon master or something of that in town?
Bildrath, he is just over here. She points towards the entrance here.
I'm gonna scarf down one of those meat pies, and then I'm gonna sit there and slowly eat the other one that she gave me.
Okay. It's pretty good. Probably one of the better meat pies that you've ever had, especially if you combine it with the wine that was left for you guys outside of the death house.
My meat pie is gone already. I'm gonna see if I can get one more from her.
Okay. Yes.
Is she
please.
cook? Can we
These
tell
are
if she's
delicious,
cooking
thank
it there? Is she cooking the pies there, or she just has them there?
It looks like they're just loaded onto a cart. She doesn't have any like cooking equipment with her.
Gotcha.
So it's just it looks like to be a cart just full of these pies.
Fair enough. Do we all still have just what we can see for the map?
What do you mean? Like, yeah, you can just see this little area right here.
Okay, I was just wondering. I didn't see if there was a building you pinged when you said the weapon master, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, maybe you don't have.
Yeah, I can't see.
Yeah,
shit on
I
this
can't
map.
see shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like right over here. I was like looking, and I was like, I didn't see anything.
You guys can't see this ping right here? It's black.
Yeah, I
can see the
can
ping.
now. Wait, what?
Yeah, I can.
Wait, white ping is you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw your ping. Yeah.
So I see there's a building right here, but my circle is smaller than the ping.
Yeah, yeah. My circle's way small.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's about.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
if I-
because one square on this map is 40 feet.
Oh, Oh,
That's
Dang.
why.
That's a big ass place.
So, honestly,
Hells
dude,
yeah.
it's probably better if I just take the.
Just show the map.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna buy one at the inn or anywhere we can find, anyways. Like that's gonna be one of the first things I do.
Can you guys see the numbering and the letters on the map?
I can see the squares, but I can't read what. Well, let me zoom in.
So there's no like
No.
E1, E2, E3 for you guys?
I don't
Oh,
see
no.
that.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay, good.
Gentlemen, I need to stop by the weapon master before I go anywhere else. I can meet up with you at the inn if that's where you guys are headed.
Well, I'm pretty sure Zombie needs to do the same with that great axe he found right there. Probably wouldn't hurt to get that thing fixed up.
It is fixed up, isn't it? Thing.
Yeah, you cleaned it up pretty well. You weren't able to like sharpen it necessarily with the materials that you had on you, but you've cleaned up most of the rust on it.
Well, if it's not sharp, I definitely want to get it sharpened.
Okay.
Should we, Zombie, you coming with me then?
Yeah, I would. Watching them eat the pie after I see that they're eating them, I would also walk up to her and offer a gold coin for food too.
Okay. Yeah, she trades it to you and hands you a
But
pie.
I would whisper to her and say, "What's the meat?"
She kind of leans into you and says, "Oh, there's many different ones, but mostly wolf. I prefer chicken, but sometimes it's hard to come by."
And I'll just nod and take the meat pies, and then yes, I will go with Vendra. I will
I'm
eat
gonna
my
ask.
pies as we walk.
I'm gonna ask the old lady. Oh, before we leave, real quick. Do you happen to know anywhere where I could sell some wares?
Hold on.
Just trade them for pies.
Just trade. I'll just sit here and trade for pies all day.
Hey, at least we got some bomb meat pies, you know.
She tells you,
Yeah.
"Oh," she says, "Oh, Bildreth will be able to take care of you."
Did she explain like how to get there, or
Yeah, she
like
pointed.
how would I get there?
She
That's
pointed
so
to the entryway to this building here.
Okay.
As I was heading. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna buy another pie from her, and then I'm gonna start heading that way.
Okay.
You guys all just throwing gold around all willy nilly.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get your name, by the way.
Oh, me, dear. You can just call me Granny.
Are you always out here, Granny?
Thank you for the great meat pies.
Every single day.
God.
Granny's
just wrote-
slaving.
I just wrote my
Granny's gonna
notes.
be-
Granny with the meat pies.
Yep, Granny with the meat pies.
Granny's
Just
meat
wrote it down.
pies.
Ooh, we got to know what building are we in front of so we can make sure we're right here. We can always come back. She's out here every day, so.
Did she like motion us into the building?
No, she's still like in the courtyard here, like in the center of the courtyard. Other people are buying pies from her, but she pointed you guys in this direction as far as like weapon master.
Okay.
I'm gonna head over to the weapon master, and as I do, I'm gonna kind of walk up close to Thomas and whisper in his ear about the crow. Be like, keep an eye on that. See which one of us it follows.
Yeah, as you guys kind of make your way down here and into the to the front of this building, the crow actually kind of hops along the roof and then lands on the like this post that has a sign hanging at the front of the door that says Bildras Mercantile, and the raven kind of perches up on top of that and cocking its head side to side as it looks at you guys as you walk in. As you walk in, the sparse light from this building spills out from behind drawn heavy curtains. And behind the counter is kind of a pudgy little guy. And he kind of looks up, doesn't have much life in his eyes, and says, "Oh, welcome."
Thank you. Good day.
What can I do for you?
Honestly, I'm here to see if you have any sort of, bow, a long bow, a short bow.
That wall over there. He kind of
I kind of
points.
looked at the wall and head over there.
Yeah, and there's a couple of, I'd say, okay crafted bows hanging from the wall.
I kind of look at him as I'm looking at the wall. I kind of look over my shoulder and say, "Am I okay to test the pole?"
Feel free.
So I'll just kind of start grabbing them and kind of looking at the workmanship and kind of pulling each one.
Yeah, they're fair make, nothing fancy.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm gonna just throw my axe up on the counter. I'm assuming there's a counter,
Yep.
and can you inspect this and sharpen this for me?
He kind of grabs it and looks at it. I could probably get it fairly sharp by tomorrow morning.
Okay. I will come back tomorrow morning to pick it up.
You got to pay up front, though.
How much?
I'd say about 10 Zaroviches for a good sharpen.
Can I pull out the longsword and say, will you take this from trade?
You want to trade me a longsword for a sharpening?
Yes.
What? I'm gonna look over at Zombie and be like, "Hey, dude, no, dude, I'll pay for it.
I'll acknowledge.
I'll
it,
buy the sword."
But I'll just ignore you and then say yes. I want to trade you this longsword.
He kind of looks at it, looks over it. This is a nice sword. Where'd you get it? Are you daft, boy?
Will you trade me the sword for the sharpening?
Like, hey, who the fuck you think you're talking to? Give that dude a better deal. I'm gonna try to intimidate the shit out of him and scare this dude.
All right, roll an intimidation.
We're talking shit. I have a +6 on that.
That's a good thing.
Okay. He kind of looks up at you, like taken back, and then he looks back over his shoulder. Periwinkle, I think these boys are looking for a scuffle. If you'd like to come out. And this, from behind the curtain, this fucking hulking mass of a fucking man steps out from behind the curtain and kind of crosses his arms and looks at you. I wouldn't.
Good look at, I don't know what the hell he's talking about, man.
I wouldn't be starting any trouble in here if I was you.
Ain't nobody trying to start no trouble.
Right then, I kind of approach the counter with the best longbow that I think I found, and I kind of set it on the counter. I'm like, "This looks great. I'll take this. Do you do trade?" And I kind of put the heavy crossbow on the table. Like, I've been using this. It's tried and true in battle, and if you're willing to do a trade, we can do a trade, and maybe I can purchase some arrows from you.
He looks at Zombie and he says, "I'll take your sword for a sharpening. I don't want the crossbow. It'll cost you 50 Zaroviches for the longbow."
Tell you what, I'll think about it. It seems high for something I can make in the woods.
Yeah, like I always like to say, if you want it bad enough, you'll pay for it.
Couldn't agree more. I'll see if I can find something elsewhere, and if not, I might be back.
Is this guy is he able to buy stuff?
I mean, you could
Is
certainly.
this just a regular vendor?
You can certainly try, yeah.
I'm gonna ask, hey, are you looking to buy anything, or do you guys just do weapons and stuff here?
It depends on what it is.
I got this nice ornate goblet here.
I don't want
You
to.
want to check it out? Oh, come on, man. That sounds shitty.
I don't drink.
Sounds.
Periwinkle kind of like the guy in the big guy in the back kind of like chuckles. His arms move up and down. He's kind of laughing on the inside.
I kind of turn around and come back to kind of like, "Oh, I also have this," and I take out the gold dagger. And I say, "The crossbow, by the way, is from the Dursts. I don't know if that's familiar."
Yeah, filth. The dagger though, it looks nice. Can I see it?
Yes, be careful. And I kind of hold out my hand.
He reaches back behind the counter, pulls out like a piece of cloth, and grabs the dagger from you, and looks it over. Never seen a dagger made out of a soft gold like this. How does it work? Is it good? Sharp?
It did what I needed it to do when I needed it to do it.
Very well, and you're trying to sell it.
Sell, trade, perhaps. Did you say soft gold?
It is.
More of a ceremonial make?
Seems to be, yes. I've not seen anything quite like it before here. But I'll give you about 2 Zaroviches for it.
2 Zarovich versus
I-
a $50 for a longbow. I appreciate the offer.
Trash can.
You have a hard bargain. I understand business is probably hard around here.
Yeah, like I said, I have no use for a dagger like this, but it is pretty.
You
Thanks
guys
for
got a
looking at it for
general
me.
store?
Well, you're standing in it.
This is the general store?
This is indeed.
Got any other stores in this town?
You'd have to travel to Vallaki for something like that.
Oh.
Thomas, he kind of walks forward slowly and he says, do you have any spare charcoal or writing utensils? And he's kind of like hunched over the counter.
Did you say writing utensils like a saddle?
Writing.
Oh,
So
right.
like a quill or some spare charcoal.
So you're like a scripter. I don't know how to write, but you might be able to find a pin at the Blood of the Vine, maybe. I don't have that here.
I see.
Do you have any maps of the area
A map?
of the town?
Well, it's not a very big village. I could probably scratch it out for you on a piece of paper, but I don't have a pen.
Of course you don't.
Will you
Is
be-
there? But what about not just our town? What about like the whole area, like a large map of the whole area around here?
you'd
Like if I
probably-
wanted a map, where could I find one of those at?
You'd probably have to go to Vallaki for something like that.
And how would I get to Vallaki?
Well, walk?
Okay, so do you have a map to show me the direction to get to Vallaki?
Oh, I don't know, but like I said, the Blood of the Vine, the ladies over there, they might have something that you're looking for. I don't know. I've never been to Vallaki myself. Don't leave Barovia too much.
Thomas is out of this place, by the way. He like left.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out now.
Okay.
Yeah, if I see them, I'll just nod at the guy, and I'm gonna walk out also.
Cool. He like yells after you. Make sure to come back in the morning for your great axe. It'll be nice and sharp for you. Appreciate the trade.
Just grin at him.
Is that Raven still outside?
It is, yeah. It's perched on top of the pole that the sign is attached to.
I'm still inside, right? Sorry, Thomas, you finish first.
I was just gonna say Thomas. Once people are outside, but he's gonna like walk up to it very slowly, and he's gonna kind of look at it and just kind of tilt his head and say, "Hello, my beauty."
The raven kind of looks at you and goes, "Rock," and then kind of flies up and lands up on the top of the roof, the very tippity top of the roof.
I'm just gonna look at it. Is that a friend of yours?
Not necessarily.
So, do you know something about this crow?
Like, do we worry
no.
about the crow?
Not exactly. It's just very beautiful, isn't it?
Inside, I will say, Bildrath, I've reconsidered. How about the longbow for the 50 Zarovich, and could you give me a quiver of arrows in exchange for the dagger?
Oh, you could have the arrows with the bow. That's kind of one and one.
Oh, even better. Consider it a deal.
Oh, very well. Kind of holds out his hand. That'll be 50 Zarovich.
I kind of count them out and hand them over,
Okay.
and then fashion the quiver. I might be back. There might be a couple other things I need. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good one. Be safe out there. Oh,
And then I'll exit.
can I ask
what?
a favor of you, actually?
I kind of stop and turn around. Of what sort?
Well, I was supposed to have a bundle delivered about 3 days ago. It never showed up. I've been A little worried maybe something happened to it. I got word that the last time they saw the group that was carrying the package was just down south there by the Ivlis River. If you could pick the package up for me, I'd much appreciate it. Maybe give you a 20 Zarovich discount on something you like.
I can definitely talk to my compatriots about it. What was the name of the river again?
The Ivlis? You're not from around here, are you, boy?
I'm afraid I'm new to the area. The bundle. Can you give me more details? What am I looking for? Is it wrapped in cloth? Cloth? Is it a chest? What?
It's wrapped in leather. Mostly just exploring items. You know, the like.
I will talk to my friends about it and see if that's something we have time for.
Yeah, thank you. Be safe out there.
Yep. And I head out.
Very well.
Alright, so wherever she told us where the inn was, right?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna head towards the inn. I'm just gonna yell at them. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be over at the inn. If there's a bar, if they have beer, I'm just gonna be over there drinking. Let me know when you guys get done doing your running around stuff. Figure out something maybe. Try to figure out how we can get out of here. Get back to our own places.
Yeah, Thomas is he's looking for a writing utensil.
Okay. So who all is going to the inn?
I will.
go. I will follow to the inn also.
Okay.
I'm headed to the inn as well.
Okay. So you guys make your way through this crossroads courtyard, kind of brushing past people as you go. No one really looks up at you. They all seem kind of downtrodden or dim. They just, either going about their day or maybe they're just not all there. Where am I at here? As you walk into the Blood of the Vine Tavern, a single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Blah, 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 fuck this shitty description. Anyways, as you walk in, the first thing that you see is this, to your right, there's a long bar that takes up almost the entire back wall. And there's a appears to be a man back there. He's just polishing his glasses on the wall, polishing. Doesn't even really notice that you have entered. Kind of in the main area, there's a big round table, and there are what appear to be three sort of lavishly dressed women sitting around the table. They look a little bit differently. They look different than, say, some of the people in the courtyard that you saw. To your guys' left, in the back corner of the room, there appears to be a pale-looking, tall adult male with like white kind of flowing hair, and he's dressed in leathers. He's got a cup in front of him, and he's eyeing you guys as you walk in, sipping from his mug. And then directly to your left, there is another individual kind of sitting with his back up against the wall. Brogan, if you're here, please introduce your character.
Yay.
Yeah.
When you look over to the left and see him, what you see is what you think is a child at first. Then after looking at him again, you realize that he has some sparse facial hair. And obviously now a halfling, wearing no shoes, hairy feet, all that jazz. About 3 feet tall, very pale skin, black hair, wearing just common clothes. Has a backpack, wearing a backpack even though he's sitting against the wall, and clutching a staff and a small halfling-sized cup of ale. Just kind of sitting there, like almost looking stunned looking.
Thomas will he'll approach him kind of slowly, and I'll say, well, hello, little friend. We were told that there might be things to write with over here. Do you have any? Do you have any like quills or charcoal on you?
Tick will look over and then kind of look astonished and be like, There's more people here that look like they have a soul.
I'm gonna ignore them and sit down with the 3 chicks at the table.
Okay.
Tick Tick just grins at Thomas after saying that.
The chicks are a little bit older, probably in their like mid 40s. Like I said, that their clothing is more lavish, bright colors, yellows, red. What scared the shit out of you?
What?
Did you just say something?
No.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I said, whoa.
Oh. They have like
You said that you said they were older, they're mid 40s.
Oh.
Oh, perfect for Charlotte. I'm not
that's,
excited.
that's older. I mean, it's not old, but it's older. Their skin
Yeah,
is
it just means
is
they
like,
got money.
they're a little bit darker skinned than some of the other people that you've seen like in the village.
Okay.
And
Well, I'm
they-
gonna wave for a drink
She
to come over to the table or something, and then I want to talk with him.
she kind of tilts her head and she says, "Yes." And Eric
which-
doesn't know that you're here. He's quite daft, so you'd have to walk over there if you would like a drink.
Oh well, what are you ladies drinking?
Ah, wine from the Wizard of Wines, of course.
You guys want another?
Fantastic red.
What,
Another.
you want me to buy a round for the table?
We don't need to buy rounds, my friend. We own this tavern.
Oh, that is awesome. Me and my friends here just got in town,
I can
looking
see.
for some rooms.
We can provide those upstairs for about a Zarovich a night.
Come on, can we do a little bit better than that? Let's say a Zarovich for 2 nights.
Okay, Zarovich for 2 nights it is.
You guys hear that? You guys good with that?
What might your name?
We're fine with it.
What might your name be, dear?
Ripley.
Oh, nice to meet you. I am Alenka. This is Mirabelle and Sorvia.
Alenka.
Like I mentioned, we are the owners of the Blood and the Vine.
Nice. Do you guys stay here too? You guys stay at your houses.
Oh, we live just down the road, the 3 of us.
You guys stay together? You guys married?
Of course not. Us Vistani don't marry the same sex.
Do what?
We don't marry the same sex. We're all female. Are you daft?
Oh. Well, yeah. I'm just saying you could have your husband living there with you
No, no.
and your sisters.
No, husband. We are Morchu.
What's that mean?
Outcasts.
Oh.
What was the third one's name? Zarvik, Nietzsche, and what?
Alenka, Mirabelle, and Sorvia.
You weren't even closer than your words.
What?
I love how when he says names, I just write letters that sound like the name until I
That's
hear it
kinda
again, and then I go back and fix
Like,
it.
really did.
I'm like, yeah, Bell, got it.
So while he's having his conversation, Tick Tick's gonna get up and kind of go over to Thomas and stick his hand out real quick to shake his hand.
He'll put his hand out slowly, and when you shake his hand, it's not very firm. Like the grip's not firm, and his hand's like really bony.
And Tick Tick is stout, and his hand shakes pretty stout. And he shakes your hand. He's like, "Hey, I'm just happy to see other people that don't look like zombies or ghosts."
How did you come by this place? And I hold out my hand as well to shake.
Tick Tick grabs Venger's hand and shakes it like voraciously. He's-
My shake is firm.
I woke up against a tree down the road, and I trekked here for hours, and everyone just this place seems dead, and I have no idea where I'm at.
We had a somewhat similar experience getting here. I'm sorry, what was your name?
Tick Tick,
Tick Tick. I'm Vender.
nice to meet
Wait.
you.
When you say that this place is dead, Thomas, he kind of raises one of his eyebrows slightly, and he says, "What do you mean by that?"
It just feels soulless. There's life here, but it's life without life. Empty.
As you guys are kind of talking, the door like flings open, and another taller, kind of skinnier, leather-clad male walks in. He's kind of stumbling around. He goes over to the bar and starts talking with the bar owner, and Ripley, the one of the ladies in front of you, goes, "Ah, damn the Radu. He still owes me 5 Zarvich. The drunkard." Go ahead.
I'll be like, well, ladies, give me a second. I'm gonna go grab something to drink, and then I'm gonna go up to go get something to drink, and then I'm gonna go talk to that bum and see if I can get him to pay us, like
Okay.
pay me the 5 gold.
Yep. So
But I'm gonna say it's 10 gold now.
So you you walk up to the bar, and the barkeep back behind the bar like turns and looks at you, but he's like looking through you. It doesn't even really look like he's looking at you. What would you like?
One of those wines that lady was talking about
Do you
just a
want
little
the
bit
red
ago.
or the white one?
The red one.
Okay, give me a minute. That'll be a Zarvich.
And I'll give him a Zarvich.
And then the other drunk guy, or the drunk guy next to you, kind of looks at you. He's like, "What are you doing here?"
Be like, well, it looks like getting some money from your dumbass. I'm gonna ask him for his 5 gold for
Nice.
the 5 gold he owes them, and then 5 gold for me having to do this.
What do you mean? I don't owe them anything.
That's not what I heard.
He starts to like rummage through his pockets.
Tick Tick's gonna walk up to Zama and be like, "You're not as tall as them, but you seem to be a mountain."
Oh, yeah, Zami, I think he called you fat.
Did so?
Oh shit.
Did I hear Ripley when he was talking to the chicks about the room? Did I hear him, or whatever they said, 1 Zarvich for a room?
For 2 nights.
Yeah.
For 2 nights.
When he turned around and asked if it was okay.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you're listening to everything. That's
Okay, so I'll look over. Would you say your name is Tick Tick?
Yeah, and he puts out his hand to shake your hand as well.
I'll look at you, and then I'll look over at the ladies and say, hand out a gold piece. Say, can I get a room?
And I'm gonna yell over, hey, he's with me.
Of course, dear.
Yeah, I mean, do that whole thing with my hand up.
You can have the same. You can have the same deal as him since you're new to town. It'd be a Zarevich for 2 nights for you.
Okay. Is the room ready now?
Of course.
I'll take it right now,
Very well.
please.
She
And then I'll look over. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
She reaches in her pocket and like has this keychain with a bunch of keys on it, and she takes 2 of the keys off. That'll be room 3 and room 2 for the both of you.
I'll toss the 1 key over at Ripley.
But thanks, man.
And I'll look over at Tick Tick. I'll just grin at him, and then I'll just walk by him and go to my room.
Okay, so
I just say goodnight, Zalmi, as he like walks past, just
Yeah.
like expecting it almost.
So there's not really an upstairs to this place. The rooms, if you look at the top of the map, how there's like 4 different peaks on it. There's there's like a common area, and then the rooms kind of branch off down a single hallway. So,
Okay.
2 and
Cool,
3,
actually.
2 and 3 would be kind of down the hallway of this building here.
Are there fireplaces in these rooms? Like, is it?
There's
like
one at the back here. There aren't fireplaces in the rooms, but there's one in the common. There's one in the common area. Actually, there's 2.
so, like-
I'm sorry, there's 2 in the common area. There's one here and one against this wall.
So everybody will see me if I went to the fireplace.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just go to my room,
Okay.
and I'm out for the night.
Thomas he wants to walk up to the bartender,
Okay. What would you like?
and he kind of leans over the counter and says, "Do you have a routing utensil to keep your ledgers with?"
He kind of this whole time he's got like a glass in his hand, and he's just meticulously like polishing this glass. Would you like a quill and some ink?
Yes, very much.
All right, give me a minute. He like lets out a heavy sigh, puts his glass down in the rag and walks into the back, and then he comes out with like this kind of tattered, feathered-looking quill and a little vial of ink. Here you go. Please return it. That's the only one I've got.
I will. He like snatches them up and he like cradles them in both his hands, and underneath his left arm too is that book. And then he kind of just like frantically looks around, and then he says, "Did we have rooms here to stay in? I heard."
Yes, you can talk to Alenka. She'll have a room for you.
So yeah, I go over.
Oh, sorry.
I go over to the group and I ask that again. I say, "Were there rooms for us here?"
Ripley, Radu is kind of done fishing through his pockets, and he's like, "Well, here's 3 Sarvich. That's all I got for right now, and I'll pay them the rest later."
All right. Well, you don't pay them anymore. You're gonna pay me, and now you owe 7.
Is okay with where are you staying?
Right here.
On the floor in the common room.
Not just meet me here at the bar. Somebody will get me.
He like burps. Okay.
Tick-Tick's gonna kind of nudge Venger and be like, "That tall dwarven fellow's pretty friendly, eh?" And just kind of grin at him.
Very friendly. Try and keep it that way, I promise.
All to work.
Back over and sit with the girls and give them 5 gold. Be like, here,
Why, thank you.
debt's dealt.
I'm surprised he actually paid you. He can be a stubborn one, you know.
And then while we're sitting here, I want to cast Detect Thoughts
On who?
on the one that had the keys, or the main one I've been talking to. I forgot her name. Damn it. I had it written down.
Now that is a spell. Holy shit.
Holy God.
It's time for a break.
No, I got it.
Recess.
So this almost happens simultaneously. You get the feeling that she is thinking about telling you that you need to go visit a certain person, and she immediately like speaks up as soon as you hear that thought. Have you visited Madame Eva, perchance?
No, we haven't.
Well, if you're going to be in the area for a while, a party like yours might be interesting for you. She's down there at the Tesser Pool.
What could she help us with?
She's got the sight, my boy. You know, Tarot Codex and this such. She's pretty darn good at it, too.
Oh, yeah?
I'd be curious to know what your fates are. Last I heard, she's down there with a group of Vistani. They've got a nice little camp down there by the Ivalis River. But like I said, we are the Mortu, so we no longer fiddle with the dealings of the Vistani.
Get out of her brain. I'm going to stop probing. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to probe deeper.
Yep.
I ain't trying to start no fights.
Yeah. So the thought in her mind was that she was thinking that she should tell you that you ought to go visit this Madame Eva.
Okay.
And then everybody in the common room, you kind of hear this like a whistle from the corner of the room, like a quick whistle. And you look over, and the gentleman that was sitting in the corner that has the very pale skin and the long white hair, not necessarily to anybody in particular, but just kind of waves, like beckoning you over, somebody over.
I'm gonna look at the chicks and be like, I know he ain't waving at me.
That's,
and I'm like, all right,
that's Isbark, the Lesser. That's what we call him. He's not a very bright man, but he has his uses.
The lesser, huh?
Indeed.
Is he just hailing like anybody randomly, or is he actually like asking for Ripley?
He's just Beckett. He's not at anybody in particular. He just kind of whistled and like motioned over to see if anybody would come.
I'm curious. I'll go.
So,
While that's happening, Thomas wants to pay for a room.
Okay. So what? So this one of the Vistani ladies. She's like, I'm assuming you want a room too.
Yes, that would be much appreciated.
Well, I'll give you the deal that I gave the rest of them. That'll be a Zarovich for 2 nights. And you will be in, let's see. Yeah. She's like clinking through her keys. How about 11? It's on the other side, though.
That's much preferred, thank you. And I'll hand over a coin, and then he'll like frantically, once he gets the key, like kind of frantically go that way.
Okay.
Clutching the ink and the quill and the book all in his hands.
Avenger,
That
as
was
you.
me.
That was the wrong guy.
No, that was. Oh,
Now you took me. I'm still in there bullshitting.
oops. I'm resizing these for the sake of space. Avenger, as you walk up to this guy, his hair is very white, and he seems like he's got a little bit more life in his eyes than the people out on the street, but maybe not as much as the 3 women that are kind of sitting in the middle of the room. And he says, "What are you doing here?"
Don't quite know that yet. What are you doing here?
Hell, looking for people such as yourself. You see, I'm in a bit of a bind, and I could use a little help.
I'm listening.
It's about my sister. I believe she's been bitten by the devil himself. I need to get her out of here, but my father's passed, and she refuses to leave his side until he's had a proper funeral. She doesn't much want to go. She's a stubborn one, but I feel it's the best for her safety. I was thinking a party such as yourselves could probably get her as far as Valaki or maybe Kresk. Try to keep her safe.
You said she's been bitten?
I believe so, yes.
Can I ask your sister's name?
Irina Kolyana.
You guys have sent for help before, huh?
We have, yes. It's hard to find help in a place like this if you haven't noticed.
So if we cut out all the middle stuff, which I can kind of assume already, what are me and my friends really looking at if we go up against this?
Well, I can tell you don't want to go up against him, but you might be able to get away from him. Basically, what I need you to do is help us bury my pa, and then get out of here. Maybe make your way towards Valaki if you can. Kresk is best. It's quite a ways, but I think she'll be safer there.
So this bite, that doesn't make sense. What was she bitten by that's so dangerous?
You're not from around here, so I understand your lack of knowledge, but a vampire boy.
Do I know anything? Have I heard about vampires? Do I have any, besides just like, oh, I kind of know what a vampire is. Do I know anything?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you've heard tales of vampires and stuff told in stories, but you didn't actually think that they existed.
I mean, if she was bitten, isn't she doomed anyway?
Well, she seems sick, but I can't tell. She doesn't like to talk about it too much, and she doesn't remember much of it. But she is a stubborn young woman.
You think she's got the will to fight it? Is that what you're saying?
It's possible, but I think if the devil wanted to turn her, he could have turned her. I think it's more like maybe he has an affinity for her.
Well, I'm not the leader or the spokesman for my friends, but I can potentially talk to them in the morning and see if it's something we think we can help you with. Will you be here, or where can we find you?
Yeah, I'll be here in the morning. I'll await your decision. I could definitely use the help.
And I'm sorry, your name?
I should know this off the top of my head. Ah, Ismark. Kolyan.
Ismark.
Kolyana.
I'm sorry, Ismark Kolyana or
Ismark Kolyana, yes, that's what I said.
okay. Ismark, I'm vendor. I can't promise help, but this is kind of a new land to my friends and I, so if we can come together and decide to help, I'll let you know.
Yes, I can understand that. I think we might have a map of the area back at the mansion.
That we would definitely be interested in.
Yeah, find me in the morning. You can find me in the morning here with your answer, and we'll go from there.
Very well.
He kind of just puts his head down and goes back to drinking his little glass of wine.
Can I not see him up? I hate saying, do I believe what he's telling me? Can I like get any vibes off this guy?
Roll an insight check. From what you can tell, he's being sincere and telling a true story.
Okay.
He just seems kind of like downtrodden and defeated.
Does he have any armaments on him? Is he just like, does he look like some of the other regulars we've passed, or does he look like he's traveled?
He looks rather weathered and maybe skilled. He's got some like dark black leathers on, but he's not currently carrying a weapon of any sort that you can see.
Okay.
But yeah,
I will go.
looks like he's been around a little bit. His face is very, very pale, white skin, kind of dirty.
I will go to Alanka to pay for my room.
Okay.
And then once I have my key, I will rejoin Tick Tick.
Okay.
So, if he has his key, I was gonna. Tick Tick will kind of give him a little poke and be like, "Hey, would you mind if I slept against a wall in your room? I have not a whole lot to my name, and it'd be better saved for supplies for the road."
Quite forward, aren't you?
Yep.
Tick Tick, this is strange land to me too, so yes, you can. You try and pull any shit though, there's gonna be a real problem.
I'll say understood, and he's gonna keep smiling at you.
And I'll tell him what room I'm in.
Okay. You got key 13, which is down the same hallway as Thomas.
You're gonna give me 13? Shit.
I see. It seems fitting.
It does. I don't want it.
That's Tick Tick's lucky number. Yay. It's my lucky number.
Still sitting at the table with those chicks, right? So which one's the most attractive?
Probably Sorvina. Is that what I said her name was?
Sorvina? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get that one. I'm gonna try to
Sorvia.
sleep with that one. Sorvia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sleep with her.
What are you going to say to her?
I'll be like, hey girl, what you up to?
She laughs.
This
I'm sorry.
is probably the weirdest thing I've ever done.
I think I know where this is going, and I am not interested.
I'm not even gonna get a chance. Come on.
Not even a chance.
You aren't a bard.
She
Let's see.
she kind of reaches over and puts her hand on yours, and she has this huge like shit-eating grin, and you see her eyes kind of roll back in her head, and I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
What is this for?
And that's the last thing you see before your vision goes completely black.
Nice.
You are considered blinded. And you
Thank
start
my
hearing
Lord.
the other two sisters just start laughing hysterically. One of them's like slapping on the table.
I walk up
oh,
and
we can tell you're new. It'll go away in a little bit. But you best be keeping your sly remarks to yourself.
I mean, I learned a lesson. Be back tomorrow night.
Did get 2 nights.
All right, so if there's nobody around me, I can't even get back to my room. Can I at least, be like, hey, can one of y'all help me get back to my room then? I mean, you did blind me.
Nobody wants to help you. You're gonna have to fight.
That's the fucked up shit. I'll burn this whole fucking
Just
place to
chuck it.
ground.
Well, I think there's only 2 people because Zombie went to bed. Thomas went to bed. So
I think
it's
everybody went to bed.
Vindra and Tick Tick, I
Yeah.
think, are the only 2 in there still.
They were going to bed.
Oh,
I was still in the common room. I'm kind of people watching, trying to get a vibe off of everything that's happening.
yeah. I mean, after there's really not much else going on in here. Ismark he orders another wine. The 3 owners around the table are just kind of gossiping and laughing throughout the night. Radu, or the drunk guy, he just kind of comes in and out, kind of stumbling every once in a while, and orders a wine and then ventures out.
Well, Tick Tick, I'm headed to bed, and I'm not giving you my key, so that means I guess you're headed to bed too.
Fair enough. I promise not to be a bother. I just need a quiet corner.
All right, so you guys all make your way to your rooms. Are you going to sleep, Ripley? I'm sorry, I missed that. What?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys get in your rooms and kind of get settled down for the night, and Ripley, Zombie, Vendrier, your dreams are happy, wonderful, some of the most realistic feeling dreams that you have ever had. Some of the best memories that you've ever experienced in your life become very, very vivid to you, and you get the best sleep you have also ever had. For a full straight hours, you don't move until you wake
Nice.
up. But when you do wake, you feel sad. You feel empty. And you also feel sort of hungry. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Good thing I got that pound of flesh.
Couldn't let me sleep with one of those old ladies
Yeah,
on the
you'll be
first
just
night.
Last time
Now
Time
5
we
year
back
old
to-
friend.
I'll be right back.
going back to granny meat pies.
Yeah, I'm definitely going back for granny meat pies. That's pretty much all I'll eat probably while I'm
There
here.
you go. Save it.
I forgot to say the way my guy sleeps. He takes his backpack off his back and puts it on his front, like he's putting his arms back through, and then grasps his staff and his bag. Regardless, it's a routine.
Thane should have let me sleep with that middle-aged lady tonight.
You got to work for it sometimes.
I just don't know how to do that.
Some
Yeah.
girls, you know, they want to be chased.
Yeah, they would be chased. I'll start using some of my magic with her too. I'll do a little
I'll be honest,
illusion magic.
I thought your con save was for something else completely.
All right, I'm back.
I could have seen another con save he could use there.
good session.
There's a lot.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
I thought there was going to be more death than there was.
Same.
There almost was. I mean, there could have been if you didn't kill that thing.
Good thing you threw the dagger in there.
I mean, yeah, if we wouldn't have gotten you stabbed with a dagger.
I mean, I was attacking it, but, you know. I only missed once with the dagger. The second time I rolled, I crit.
That's pretty clutch.
Well, what's funny is you rolled a 1 the first time with the dagger,
Yeah, I did.
and then you rolled a 20 on the second time.
How extreme.
I mean,
Did you have to make "Don't kill myself" saves while you grabbed it, or was it something else by then?
No?
Well, it made me want to kill myself. So
Beer.
Did I have to hit it? Did I just have to hit it thing to kill it, or did I actually have to do damage to it?
Both.
Oh, okay.
So there's actually 2 things going on there. There was a shell around the outside of the baby and the baby itself.
Right, and I broke the shell already, right?
Yeah, you
Or
had
cracked the
you had
shell.
already cracked the shell, so when you critted, you basically went through the shell and through the baby.
Gotcha.
you killed a baby.
It didn't look like no baby.
put it on the list. We got a puppy, we got a baby, we got a dead
Yeah.
body.
You're just
No, the way
skinning
he
dead-
explained
you're
it to me, it was no baby. He said had like veins and shit coming out of it and controlling that fucking big ass monster thing.
Oh, this campaign's gonna be so fucking epic.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Already fucking loving it.
I ended up with 3. They're small pages, but 3 pages of notes in this session.
Damn. And we actually, our playtime actually wasn't that much.
Yeah,
So we had a good 45 minutes
Yeah, we took
plus
a big
for
break.
leveling, right?
Yeah, big break for you guys to level up.
And started almost 45 minutes late.
Yep, that's so.
I kind of like how we're doing that though. Like everybody kind of pops on like 5:36ish, and then we just kind of feel it out.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. I believe that Bud will be joining us next week. Shit, I gotta take a bunch of notes too.
Yeah, I've been taking a lot, but I also have a whatchamacallit, the recording. So that's what I like to go back and listen
Well,
to the notes that way.
I need to
Write
put-
it all down.
I need to stop my recording.